This episode of Comedy Bang Bang is brought to you by Squarespace. A dream is just a great idea that doesn't have a website yet. Make it a reality with Squarespace. Squarespace makes it easy to turn your idea into a unique website. Showcase your work, blog, or publish content. Even sell products and services of all kinds in just a few clicks. With 24/7 award-winning customer support, you can customize everything from look and feel to settings and products using beautiful templates created by world-class designers. And there is nothing to install, patch, or upgrade ever. Head to squarespace.com/bangbang for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use the offer code BANGBANG to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
If you have nothing nice to say, that's normal. It would be weird to compliment me for forcefully fusing your dog and your cat into one being. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Thank you to Alfredo Solis Fuentes for that wonderful catchphrase submission. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang, and what an episode.
Are the finger guns part of the Twitter handle?
They are not. I believe that's Wampler's deal more than mine. But welcome to Comedy Bang Bang, and what an incredible episode. Episode 550. Coming at you. We are
a big number.
50 past the half millennia mark, the 5 century mark. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
I guess so. Yeah.
Aren't the listeners supposed to back me up here?
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. We have 50 past the half millennia is how you, if that's how you're measuring it.
That's how I measure everything by a half millennia.
Do you feel as though when you get to 1,000 episodes, you will just, that's it? Is that your goal?
I don't know.
Your
that's
stated goal is get to 1,000.
Get
1,000 episodes in a movie.
Because
right?
honestly, like 1,000, that's great for a baseball player. Why wouldn't I want to achieve that?
Sure, because you love baseball. Everybody knows you love baseball.
Look, if you're batting 1,000, you're the best baseball player who ever lived.
What's interesting
by the end of the season.
This started as a baseball podcast.
It really
right?
did, yeah. In fact, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Who do you like this year?
Man, I'm thinking these guys out there are hitting some balls.
Yeah, I think the prawns are going to go all the way.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
The little prawns, they're hitting big.
I feel like the cardboard boxes are looking great this year.
CBs. Welcome to the show. I'm Scott Aukerman, your host.
Box Boys, CBBs.
Yes, Comedy Bang Bang.
Hey-o.
And
are you still banned from watching the team that CBB bankrolls?
Long way to get there, but worth it. No, what exactly did you ask me?
Guys, what is happening?
He took a huge sip of coffee right after that.
I was like, I am not ready for this show.
Huge sip of Jesus juice.
Yipes.
Yikes.
Here we go.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Let me introduce our guest to you. You know him by voice alone, but if you were looking at him, you'd know him by sight. Please welcome Jason Mantzoukas.
How are you, Scott?
I'm good, buddy.
Thrilled to be here.
I know. It's
what's happening?
Boy, I tell you, a lot of changes on the show.
What do you got?
There's like sort of a cliffhanger at the end of each episode.
Cool.
So yeah.
So are we picking up where last episode left off?
No, this is the first episode where we do it.
Great. I love it. Ooh, a
lot of changes just for, starting this episode.
I hope there's like a bum 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 sting at the end of the show. Yes. I hope there's a bum bum bum.
Oh, I see. You meant musically.
It's all little bums.
Show me your little bum.
Oh, show me that little bum.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever in a relationship shown the other person in the relationship your butt?
Yeah. Sure.
Like, and I don't mean like, hey, I've been naked and she saw my butt, in passing. I mean like literally like unveiled it.
Oh, like for the first time? Like,
Yeah, like
now you're getting to see my butt?
Like I'm showing you my butt
Oh,
now.
no. I mean, like my version of that is like I for sure moon people all the time.
Sure.
But that's not what you're describing.
But in a relationship...
Are you saying like cutting out a part of a sheet?
Not like a puppet show.
Putting it down so that just my butt is revealed so that they are not able to look at the rest of my body.
No, they're able to look at whatever.
It is in itself. And I'm like,
Shadow boxing.
Okay, you can come in now. And then she comes in and it's just my butt.
Yeah, just the butt, please. No, I think
that is my order at the strip club.
I would imagine in male relationships, there's a certain point where the male unveils.
In male relationships, there's a certain point where the male unveils.
The male unveils the genital. The.
What do you mean in male relationships?
I'm meaning that if it's two females, I don't know.
I see what you mean. Got it. If there is a man in a
the
relationship,
and there may be more than one.
You're talking about the dick reveal.
Yes, exactly. Now we all know that that's part of the deal.
Sure.
But is there a butt reveal of like, well, you've seen the dick,
well,
and now
see,
here's the back.
I would say the butt reveal should come first, as that to me is the curtains to the dick.
The butt is the curtains of the dick.
And it's like, and now the star of the show.
Presenting. And then you got Gene Kelly and Donald O'Connor working behind the scenes to lift that curtain.
I think the butt is the curtains of the dick.
I agree.
And I think of all of my sexual relationships as if they are theatrical productions.
Yes. Didn't we have a theatrical producer in here at one point?
We did. Oh yeah, Don DeMillo.
I don't remember.
Don DeMillo, great guy, guy.
I've had so many guests on the show.
I still have a business card of his, and it somehow is still moist.
Where have you been keeping it?
It's just sitting out on a table. I left it out in the sun, and somehow it is still moist.
Wow.
I don't know what that guy is handling, but it is no good. He, like Tom Arnold, hot on the track of the Donald Trump P-tape.
Yeah. Oh, is he? Yeah. I didn't hear his pilot.
Yeah.
I threw that one out the minute it got sent to Earwolf.
It's pretty terrific.
Speaking of P-tape.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Have you? Is that part of your repertoire?
Yeah.
Urination?
Filming myself peeing. Yep. All the time. Filming myself peeing on the tape.
Have you put yourself on tape for that?
Yeah. Well, a lot of times when you're an actor in Hollywood, you are asked to put yourself on tape for certain roles.
Right. Meaning they don't even bother you coming down and wasting their time.
Please don't come to the office and audition in person.
We don't want you to know where we are.
We would love to receive a shaky camera video of you in your home. Mm-hmm. That to me is always the thing about people putting themselves on tape is they are just giving people insights into how they live.
Yeah, that's how I felt like when I got a request recently. Put yourself on tape for this project. I looked the
Goodfellas
the people
2?
up. Yeah,
Goodfellas
2 were better than ever. I looked the fellow up. I didn't see really any credits. It seemed like some sort of elaborate scam to like maybe at some point the camera would catch a magazine that I had out that had my mailing address on it.
And did you have to pee and or jerk off on the tape?
Yes, of course.
Did you get the part? Oh, that's heartbreaking.
But I also wondered if they were hoping, maybe there'll be a birthday cake and with the little time code of what day it was. So we know his birthday, and maybe he'll say his first pet's name as,
Oh, you think this is an elaborate identity theft thing?
Yes, that's exactly
not people trying to find out your birthday to get you gifts.
What if that was part of you making any kind of friendship? You at the beginning of the year, January 1st, I just made a friend a couple of weeks ago or 3 months ago. You say, by the way, this is the beginning of the year. I have a birthday this year.
Sure.
And I expect you to celebrate it.
And find it out.
I'm not going to tell you when it is.
Or what if you're the kind of guy that's like, oh man, I forgot my girlfriend's birthday and I can't ask now. Mm-hmm. How am I going to figure it out?
Wait, what kind of guy is that?
I know. I'll have a fake casting director send her an audition. And even though she's a pediatrician, I bet she'll do it anyway.
Right. And I've forgotten her height and her profiles.
Yep. And I want to make sure she's got all her fingers, so make sure you get her hands in there.
I've forgotten if she has all her
Do you know
fingers.
that have you ever had to do that in an audition?
No, where they hold the hands up?
Hold your hands up and show both sides of your hands because
Whoa.
the presumption is it's usually commercials. In the commercials, somehow you will have to hold the phone
the
or
prod?
do something.
Well, isn't
They
that
wanna make sure
automatically eliminating anyone who doesn't have all their fingers? I mean, that's not cool.
Yeah, that is not cool.
It's not cool,
You
isn't
know
it?
what? Fuck that.
Yeah, really. I mean, that's very ableist
I'm not
of them.
doing any more of that.
Good.
And you know,
Yeah,
if I
don't
do,
do it.
I'm going to hide one of my fingers.
What if you had one of those fake thumbs? Harry Anderson, by the way, the great R.I.P. Possible, definitely possible. The great actor was on our show, and I think he just had a couple of lines on Comedy Bang Bang, and he came with like a whole bunch of stuff. And one was after he said his line, he like then took off his thumb. It was a fake thumb. I was like, what?
That's amazing. There is some channel is playing Cheers now, like all the time.
Right.
And I've clicked past it a couple
NBC?
times. And recently I caught a cold open with Harry Anderson's con man character.
Yeah, the best.
And I was like, this is so good.
So good. His daughter was one of our writers.
Absolutely.
And that's, I believe, the only reason he did the show, because why would you have done Comedy Bang Bang unless you had heard of it or knew one of the writers?
I did it only because I got tricked into doing it.
Right, yes. I had you put yourself on tape.
Yep.
And I found out your identity.
And then you were like, now I know your birthday. You have to do the show.
I didn't even find out that. I just found out your identity. Jason Mantzoukas.
What?
Who is this guy?
I know what he sounds like. Now I know what he looks like.
Give everyone out there who can't see you an update on your beard level, because it seems to me like we're like in-betweeners.
It's. I just was looking at it and thinking I should probably trim it now that it's getting hot. It is certainly not as big as it's ever been, but
I've seen it way bigger.
It's not trimmed.
Do you do a beard reveal as well?
Yes. Every spring.
When you come to a double date, or not a double date, a blind date.
Nope,
Maybe it's
a double date. A double blind date.
You only double blind date.
I only double blind date because I need.
So the other gentleman as well is blind as well?
And he is blind. He is blind he's also on a blind date. It's the only way that we can be sure
you can just
that
relax.
The experiment is valid is to be on a double blind date.
But do you come in like some sort of you have a sheet of paper below the nose or a burqa or some sort of thing?
Yep, a sheet of paper under which is a burqa.
Right. So you're like a reverse Batman, in a way.
I will.
You're basically disguising the beard to see if they like you for you.
In a few weeks, I will reveal, my beard, the final beard of summer.
This is like a reality show.
Yep.
You're revealing the final beard.
That's it. That's where we're at.
You're also a reverse Batman where you kill people's parents.
Yes. I am the reverse Batman in that I'm trying to create Batman. I'm like out there
just murdering people.
And I'm murdering people in front of their child, and then I'm saying, find me.
It's the long con.
Find me. I started doing this 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Nobody has found me yet.
It's like planting a tree.
Find me. Bring it on.
Planting a tree without ever knowing if you're going to be able to sit in the shade.
Oh my God! What a beautiful idea! What a beautiful sentiment that is.
J-Dog, we can't continue without giving everyone an update into your love life. We've checked in with you periodically over 550 episodes, and you've been primarily a lonely soul.
Sure.
Who is resigned himself to roam the earth unencumbered.
Dying
with
alone.
companionship. But where are we now?
I have an update.
This is huge.
As of this moment, what is it, June something?
June 11th.
It is June 11th. I'm here to report I am still single.
Still single, okay.
Hopelessly so. Wow. I want to say I have transitioned into being hopelessly single.
Now it's dire.
It is, quote, not cute anymore, unquote. I've settled into the part where it's like sad.
And this is not of your own choosing, although...
No, I carry an engagement ring in my pocket at all times because, you know what?
You never know.
I don't want to waste an opportunity.
Strike.
I don't want to waste an opportunity. I am proposing...
How many many times have you proposed over?
17 times.
Okay, see, this might be part of the problem why you're still single.
All to the same woman, whose name, again, I don't know. She just seemed cool at the coffee shop, and I just kept going for it.
Does she work there, or she's just there?
She just was getting her coffee.
Okay, so 17 times you've been able to run into her at the coffee shop.
No. 17 times within the hour and a half from which I saw her in the coffee shop, and
the police
and
arrived?
I kept following her, and I was escorted from the premises of her workplace.
Wait, you were at her workplace too?
Yeah, and I followed her from the coffee
Oh,
shop
my
to her
God.
workplace, which was a children's hospital.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, this has led to a lot of problems.
Was it Megan Mullally?
Huh? Yes, it was Megan Mullally from the
On the
TV
set of
show
Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
You know what? I'm out there, just
are
trying
out
to be a single man in the world, not on social media, so people can't slide into my DMs, apparently.
They can't slide into your BMs.
They can. Anybody can slide into my BMs. You know what? You'll slide on my BMs because I dropped those
You
turds
shit
on the floor.
That's another problem with you is you don't have a bathroom. It's not that you want to, but you just don't have a bathroom in your house.
Well, that's okay. So here's the thing. I do have a bathroom. I just don't like to use it.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Yeah, because it's downstairs, and mostly I'm just like, you know what? I
I'm
don't want to
upstairs.
deal.
I'm an upstairs guy.
I'm an upstairs boy, and
Upstairs boy.
we've been living in that. Anyway, so I will just, I'll just drop.
So
them
this is your improv song style. We've been living in that.
I started and then I was like,
Why am I bothering?
I just remembered I hate singing.
Anyone singing or just you singing?
Anyone singing, but myself singing, I don't like in particular.
So you don't like music.
I don't like.
You like chamber music where no one's singing.
Yes, I like
just classical.
I like very delicate chamber music, a string quartet. A harpsichord.
You love to listen to it whilst you duty upon the floor.
Yes, whilst I turd in the corner of my living room.
Well, Jason, you're a disturbed, sick fuck.
Wait, we haven't gotten an update on your love life. What's going on with you?
Everything's fine.
Yeah, everything's good.
Everything, all good.
Great.
Still moving forward and progressing nicely.
Terrific.
Don't you worry about me. And
how's that dog?
We have two now. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that.
Yes, we have a second dog. Yes.
Since when?
Since a couple months back, I
Great.
believe. Yes. And
have you unveiled the name?
Yes, Molly.
Great. Is it
Much
Molly's
like
game?
I unveiled my butt to her.
Is it Molly's game?
It is. That's the game we play.
Oh, Molly, what are we going to do tonight? Molly's game.
And then Toby Maguire comes over, who's in place for Adam Scott.
Great. Smart. Oh, boy. Oh, we're having a great time.
Good stuff, but it is.
We got to go to a break, though. So
no, we don't have to go to a break. No,
I'd love to go to a break.
No, we're not going to a break.
Great.
Let's get to our first guest. You're my co-host here. But
Yep, this guest is a break. So
don't take a break while you listen to our guest. That would be impolite. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have ever met.
We have.
You have met. Okay,
I believe we've met a couple of times.
A couple of times. Okay,
Yep.
It's so hard to remember these things.
I know.
And keep track of these things. But I have met him a handful of times, as I recall. And I believe, let's tick through his characteristics. He is a championship water skier. Oh. He has, I believe he's auditioned for the band Sha Na Na several times.
Unsuccessfully.
I believe he started his own group called Na Sha Sha.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about me.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
Come on over to the mic.
What's going on?
Come on over to the mic.
Dip doo doo dip doo doo dip doo doo dip doo doo dip. Whoa.
You know what that means.
Yeah, what's going on?
It is, of course, our good friend Hot Dog is here.
Yeah, sometimes I go by Wolfman Hot Dog when I'm doing radio. It's a tribute to Wolfman Jack.
That's right. This is a podcast, though, of course.
Oh, shit. All right. Okay, I thought, all right, then
Why did you want to go by Wolfman Hot
You
Dog
want to
today?
go by Wolfman Hot Dog?
Yeah, that's fine. No, but I had a whole list of people I was going to say hi to. But
Let's do it.
Well, I told
they could be listening.
Nah, I told them to
You
get
know
around.
what?
I told them to get around the radio.
Run down that whole list right now.
Forget it.
If there's a list, I want every name.
Screaming Scott and Jocko and all the guys that shot
This is
on
like
the list. as you
Chekhov's
can
list
imagine.
here.
Yeah.
We want to hear it.
No, forget it.
If you introduce
I
a
told
list
my
on
guys-
this show, it will be read.
I told
Just
all my
ask Bob
guys-
Duca.
Oh man, I told all my guys down at the Classic Cars. Every Friday night at Bob's Big Bird.
Oh,
Big
you're over
Boy's
there
Burgers.
at Bob's Bitburger.
Yeah, I go over there and I bring my classic car. Of course, I had to sell my car, but I still go over and I hang out with the guys.
Why? What car do you? Did you have and what
I
car
had a
you drive now?
1988 Volvo, and I had to get rid of it. I had a
Wagon or sedan?
It was a sedan. Good question. It was a 1988 Volvo sedan, and it was I lost a window and
Which one? For the front one?
no, one of the back ones, and a whole bunch of raccoons were just living in the car all the time. And I was like, we can share the space, right? And I was willing to share the space. And
Was it a family of raccoons, or was
they
it
were
just
not.
raccoons who did not know each other?
No, it was two. It was actually two separate families of raccoons.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
And they worked it
For a
out between
sedan,
them. Yeah,
for a
I know.
sedan, that's like to be a two-family sedan.
I know it
is
was
like,
a duplex.
It's like a duplex situation where one
Yeah.
family gets the front seat, the other gets.
And
the
that was
back
the
seat.
problem, because it was fine when it was just one family, because they were in the back seat and I was
Yeah.
in the front. We were getting along, and I was
Yeah.
driving around town while they were sleeping, because they sleep during the day.
Sure,
And
raccoons
I-
in the back, party in the front.
Yeah, and I didn't listen to any music. I tried to be real peaceful and quiet and drive real slow, because I knew
You
they
didn't
need
listen
to
to
show-
Sha Na
Don't
Na?
listen to music
Can
in
you
the
believe
car?
it? Well, for that period of time, that was one of my concessions. I was like, I'm not going to listen. You guys just please don't
That's
bite
a
me.
big one from you.
I know, but we worked it out, because I said, you don't bite me and I won't listen to my Sha Na Na, even though, I love to listen to Sha Na Na, particularly while you're driving. But anyway,
Perfect
there-
for the road.
Is
really
there,
driving music
like
more
what,
than anything.
what? Yeah, but for fans who might not know Sha Na Na and what their musical
fans of
styling
what
is,
who don't know Sha Na Na?
fans of this show.
Fans of this show,
Fans
not
of this
fans
show.
of music,
Well, I
because
would
if you're a
think-
fan of music, you know.
Like,
You
could you
do
just
know, you do
quick
know.
explain
Kings of Woodstock.
what kind of music Sha Na Na is, where you might listen to it? It's perfect car music.
It's perfect car music. It's perfect sock hop music. It's perfect beach music. It's perfect,
Water skiing music.
It's poor man. I mean,
Are you able to bring a Walkman or some sort of Discman
Oh,
into the water
absolutely.
with you?
There's no rules against it. If you're water skiing, even just for pleasure or for fun or for competition.
Well, for pleasure, I would hope there's no rules against it.
Well, there's some rules about pleasure,
Well, I guess there are rules if you're water skiing for pleasure. Don't get too close to swimmers.
Oh, sure, yeah. Stay away from sharks.
You'll have a beheadings. Well, I mean, that's more of a that's not
No,
really
that's
a rule.
the rule. You got to stay away from those sharks. It's for the sharks' benefit,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, what was I saying?
You're
Sha Na
listening
Na.
to music, yeah.
They're the number one interpreters of old-time rock and roll music in America.
Oh,
and,
wow.
They started approximately 10 years after rock and roll was invented and said, hey, let's do some nostalgia about this.
Well, as a matter of fact, 2019 is their 50th anniversary as a band. So this is a huge year. 2019 is a huge year.
Next year is a
for
huge
Sha Na
year.
Na. Well, but I'm considering it 2019 already, because all the preparations that are underway and all the excitement that's building, and I just feel like we're there. We're there.
We're
locked
there.
in.
Mentally, we're there.
Mentally, I'm in 2019, because that's going to be such a huge year for Sha Na Na,
And at this point in 2019, are you out and you're on to 2020?
I'm going to stay in 2019 until probably like 2025. I mean, because it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you hit a golden year.
Well, once you hit
Yeah.
50, you kind of have 50 means 5 years of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
5 years of 50. I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like being, 550 episodes, 50 after a half a millennium.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's wow.
That's wild.
That's real
It is-
profound.
Yeah.
But Sha Na Na, but a lot of people know Sha Na Na from Greece. They were the band in Greece, and that may be
right.
the thing them, or from their syndicated.
Wait, so that John
show.
Travolta is in Sha Na Na?
John Travolta wishes he was in Sha Na Na, my friend.
I bet he does at
He's-
this point.
I'm sure he does. Yeah.
Like if everything
Yeah,
was
man.
even,
Yeah.
and he was like, you know what, I could either be John Travolta, Scientologist who has a and I'm not going to speculate about his marriage, but I don't know what's going on there, and then everything else that's happened in his life, but he gets to be in Pulp Fiction. Or he could just be a happy guy.
He gets to be in Pulp Fiction.
He could be a happy guy in Sha Na Na. I bet he chooses Sha
He
Na
would
Na.
definitely choose Sha Na Na. He would
Yeah.
trade places with those guys in a heartbeat.
Do you? I mean, Sha Na Na is like, kind of a, for lack of a better term, a '50s gang.
They're a bunch of street toughs.
They are greasers.
They're definitely greasers. That's for sure. That's for sure.
As a fan of theirs,
Yeah.
are you on board for whatever
Yeah.
gang activities?
Has that
they
made you
do?
soft on crime?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I definitely got a real problem with authority, man. I mean, if you got a problem with me greasing my hair back and putting on a leather jacket, then we are not going to get along.
Now, you have done neither today.
No, I ran out of grease and somebody stole my leather jacket, but
Was it a raccoon? Or was
I think
the
was a
window
dude.
was out?
Well, that's the problem. I was keeping a lot of stuff in my car because I was in between houses. And then,
so this duplex was a triplex.
It was-
you
well-
and two families of raccoons were living in the Volvo
for
sedan.
a little while. I mean,
Yeah.
basically, once that second family got in there, it was like I had to go.
yeah, and you were the unwanted
You were
roommate.
forced out. You were evicted from your own car.
More or less, and the way how it all began was that
more
somebody,
than more or less.
more. Somebody had smashed a window and taken all my things out of it, and one of them was my leather car, and then my can of grease.
Yeah.
Ugh.
My can of grease.
Well, when
for my
God
hair.
smashes a window,
Yeah.
What
I
happens?
don't know.
Yeah, God
When God smashes the window, he gets your leather jacket and your hair grease.
Yep.
That's how it goes.
My gosh. Well, that's terrible. Are you
That
still
was
in
bad.
between houses?
Oh, yes, but happily so. You know, I'm living out on the beach, and
good.
You know, I'm just kind of living on whatever washes up, and it's good. But you're catching me on an upswing, as a matter of fact. This is a good time. For me.
good.
I'm
Oh,
having
great.
fun. Yeah,
What's the positive news?
Well, this is huge and it eclipses everything else. I have been inducted into the Water Skiing Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Park City,
congratulations,
Florida.
hot dog.
Finally, and so many good things have come from it. I mean, I lobbied hard for that for years.
Let's talk about your water skiing,
Years. Yeah.
just to remind people who haven't heard you before.
Well, the reason I go by hot dog is that I am a hot dog of water skiing. You know that.
That's right.
I'm a water skiing hot dog.
It does not have to do with the fact that you were water skiing upon hot dogs.
No, although I did do some of that, and what not actually.
No,
hot
but you
dogs,
actually were water skiing on.
I was water skiing on salamis. And, you know, I was the first guy ever, and that's one of the things that we talk about at the
Yeah.
But that's
Rock
a
and
real
Roll.
hot dog kind of thing to do.
Yeah,
If
but
you're a hot dog, yeah.
I just want everyone to make sure they know it's not because you were skiing upon hot dogs.
That's correct.
It's
That
purely
is-
your attitude towards skiing. You were hot dogging merely upon salamis.
That's exactly right. And I was hot dogging long before I came up with the idea of water skiing on salamis.
Right.
I've been hot dogging for a long time on water skis.
When you finally got to salamis,
Yeah.
what other foodstuffs had you been
Cheeses?
water skiing on?
Well, naturally, I started with baguettes.
I was going to say
I started with
baguettes. Yeah.
Yeah, of course I did.
I would think red floats.
No,
you know, like
yeah,
if you've
it's
ever
soggy.
thrown
Well,
it at the ducks.
I bet it would be soggy pretty
You
quick.
come up between the two of you. You came up with the pro and the con because that's true. It does float, but on the other hand, right? You're right. It gets soggy.
Yeah,
and you don't
right.
know that until you try it. Until you strap yourself onto the baguette,
Right.
and get yourself into the water.
I would
What else?
love it if you would. Hey, did you ever try like 6-foot-long party subs?
Oh, sure. I tried a 6-foot-long party sub. As a matter of fact, I did that in association with the sandwich shop down there in Redondo.
Oh, nice.
Down in Redondo Beach, there's a sandwich shop, and I proposed it. I pitched it to them, and they provided the sandwiches
For free?
for publicity. Not for free. I had to buy them, but for publicity,
But they got
provided the
publicity and you paid for the sandwiches.
Yeah, I had a. Well, of course. I mean, you know,
It's a sweet deal you
No, for
negotiated.
them.
I worked it out with the sandwich shop.
Well, at least you haven't given their name now, so they're not getting further publicity.
Brian and Ronaldo's.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh man.
Brian and Ronaldo's down in Redondo Beach.
And was it 2 6-foot party subs, or was it one that you had to break in half?
It was 2 6-foots. Brian made one and Ronaldo made the other. And
Is that how they work?
that's always how
They
they work.
alternate sandwiches?
They do. They go 1 for 1.
Is one better than the other?
Well.
Are you
no, I
when you
don't
go
wanna-
into Brian and
You get me in
Ronaldo's
trouble. You get me in trouble.
Brian and Ronaldo's in Redondo Beach, are you like hoping for a Ronaldo?
Well, you're gonna get me in trouble. I can't say, but let's just say if Ronaldo seems busy working on a sandwich, you're in good shape. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, got it.
That's when
Got
it's
it.
time to step up the counter.
Order then.
Yeah, or that's when you need to. Anyway, yeah. So that was but look, that didn't work because all the ingredients. It was immediately obvious as soon as the boat started up.
Lettuce?
And I started waving to my captain like, no, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work with the sandwiches because the lettuce and the tomatoes and all the meats and everything just started flying right out
Yeah.
of the sandwich. And then
Right. And where was your captain? On land or in the boat?
The captain was in the boat.
In the boat.
and,
okay.
but he's
That's a
you
good
know,
place for a captain when you're
He
water
ought to be
skiing.
there. He ought to be there. They're not always, but he ought to be there.
Right, yeah.
Driving the boat.
And what did he do when you waved, hey, we're not ready? Did he alter his behavior at all?
This is one of the real problems, and I'll tell you, this is one of the real problems with water skiing. If anybody could crack this, they will win a Nobel Prize in water skiing because the problem is that the captain, by definition, has his back turned to his water
I'm sorry.
skier.
Does the Nobel Committee give out a prize in water
and
skiing?
is it a peace prize?
No, it's a Nobel Prize
Just
in water
Nobel
skiing.
Prize.
They have not given one out in years.
Oh, they haven't.
No,
Because
it's been a long
I know they
time.
give one out in science. They give
Yeah.
one out in multiple different disciplines.
It's not. Some of the awards are annual awards, and some of them are just sort of as
At
needed,
discretion.
intermittent.
How many years?
as
All of them?
deserved. What's that?
How many years? All of them?
How long has it been since the Nobel Committee
Yeah.
gave out a prize in
All
water
of them?
skiing?
Yeah.
I've lost track personally.
Really?
But it's been at
Do you
least
think
a decade.
Can you name one water skiing Nobel laureate?
Well, I don't know for sure, but they must have given one to Terry Krakatoa.
Yeah.
They must
I
have
can
given
see
one
that.
because he was
Posthumously.
the best. I mean, that guy was.
Posthumously, because he died.
Yeah, he
you know.
did. He passed away.
So your captain is facing the water as to not steer the ship into.
And at this
Well, this
point,
is the
he's
real
the
problem.
captain now.
Who's the captain now? Oh, yeah. Well, hey, I know you're referring to that movie about pirates, right?
Yeah, right.
And this is a problem facing water skiers. There have
Really?
been incidents where pirates have taken over the speedboat that is pulling a water
Right.
skier,
Oh.
and then the water skier is powerless. The water skier is literally powerless. to do
That's got to
anything
be
about it.
exciting, though.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a bit of danger to add to a day's water ski.
Yeah, I mean, and this is one of the reasons you have to be careful if you're water skiing down at the Cape of Horn, Cape of Horn,
Sure.
Cape of Africa,
Sure,
the
sure.
Horn, Africa Horn.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about.
You,
I
go,
do,
you,
yeah, the
you said it exactly right.
Is that did I the Horn Cape of Africa?
Basically, like Africa's like drooping balls.
yeah.
Excuse me?
Well, you know how Florida is America's drooping dick, and
It is?
Maine is the erection of the United States of America.
So wait.
That's what they call it. That's what it says on the license plate.
So Florida is America flaccid, and then when
Yes.
it gets hard, it goes up
goes
the
all the way to
eastern
Maine,
seaboard
yeah.
and becomes Maine.
Well, have you
Just
ever been to
fucking
Maine?
straight into Canada.
Yeah, man. Everybody in Maine is horny, and there's a reason.
Yeah, and everybody in Florida is riddled with STDs.
It's true.
We've talked about it on this show. That movie Captain Phillips.
Uh-huh.
It's like half Captain Phillips. Then the other guy comes in and goes, "I'm the captain now."
Oh,
it
yes,
should
that's
change the
right.
title.
What's that
Oh.
guy's name?
I don't know, Captain whatever his
It
name
should be
is.
Captain Phillips and Captain whatever that guy's name is.
Or Captain Phillips and then regular guy Phillips.
Okay.
Since we're not really changing POV into the captain.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sometimes
So
Captain
Captain Phillips, comma, isn't the captain for the whole movie.
for the whole movie, so don't get your hopes up.
Like, because
Captain
it
Phillips
is-
and former Captain Phillips.
as an audience member, help me manage my expectations.
Exactly.
For what I'm about to, like, Force Awakens, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I never saw the Force sleeping, never mind
in the
waking
first
up.
place.
When
yeah,
was
exactly.
the Force asleep?
You know, it's a very descriptive term, but I never saw it actually happen.
Yeah, like I like Avengers Infinity War because it's like the Avengers are in it
Yeah.
and they're going to fight the Infinity War. Although I
Yeah.
would have appreciated if it said Avengers fight the Infinity War.
Well,
but
no,
I figured
think-
it out.
Oh, see, I think you misunderstood it. I think the Avengers Infinity War is the Avengers are fighting a war that will last for
Lasts forever.
infinity.
So you expected to go and watch this movie till the end of your life.
Well, I think
and it
this
would still
movie-
be going on.
I feel
And
like
if the movie
every
ends,
movie
you've
that comes
been
out
ripped up.
subsequently is just going to be another installment of this war.
So you had made your peace with your family, your friends going into this movie. You expected
You're
to be
gonna die
there
in that
until the
theater.
end.
I was like, I need to see where this is going.
Yes.
I got my affairs in order.
I wondered where
wrote-
you had been for the past
I
month or
wrote
so.
and executed a will.
I wouldn't mind seeing a prequel, by the way, where the Force is asleep. I wouldn't mind to see that. Where
Let's just watch that one.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah, like where someone is putting the Force to bed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
to bed.
reading
Hey, Forrest, go the fuck to sleep.
reading a story.
and then everybody's got to be quiet.
Yeah.
Shh, the Force is asleep.
Force is sleeping, please.
You're gonna wake the
Quiet.
Force. Don't wake
up
the Force.
Don't wake up
Please
the
don't
Force.
wake up the
I
Force.
spent a half hour trying to put the Force down.
The Force is so cranky.
Yeah, man.
So, Hot Dog, what happened
What?
to the captain?
Oh yeah.
What captain?
He was staring
You were-
ahead,
you
and
were-
you were on the
Oh
sandwich.
no, I'm just saying it's a general problem with water skiing that the captain can't see. And so a lot of times you're trying to flag down the captain and say, "Wait, there's a problem. I got a
There's a
problem
problem.
back here," and he can't see you.
Right.
And it's just maybe he'll turn around and look. And a good water skiing captain will turn around and look every once in a while, but he has to also keep his eyes out ahead of him.
Why can't this be a two-person job?
Well, sometimes it is, and sometimes you have a spotter. That's true. But
I'm
now
surprised.
Spotter for the driving or spotter for the
a water skiing
skier?
spot. If it's a serious operation, and if you're in championship competition or something like that, of course you're gonna have a spotter. But if you're just out there pleasure cruising or something like that, you maybe can't afford the $20 to give the spotter. Because
I think the spotter should be for the driving. So the captain is driving the boat, but turning his head around to look at the water skier, and the spotter's looking out ahead and says, "Hey, you're about to hit something."
Because it's much more likely. It's much more likely that the spotter won't have very much to see in the open ocean in front
Exactly.
of you. But you, as the captain, are
Give the
directly affecting the person behind you.
Give the spotter way
yeah.
more to do.
Well-
Like, hey, you're going to hit this thing.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're paying a guy to basically like hang on and on the 10% chance he's going to see something wrong with the water ski.
Here's what I'm shocked by.
Okay.
I'm shocked that we don't yet have water skis that don't need a boat to pull them.
What are you talking about?
Like jet water skis.
Self-propelled water
yes.
skis?
Like jet skis, I guess
Like,
is what you're.
like-
is that what you're
like,
pitching?
Basically, why haven't we been able to boil a jet ski down into just
Into two sticks.
Two sticks that you
Man,
put on your feet.
You might just have won yourself a Nobel Prize in water skiing.
I mean, like
With that idea.
That,
very first
at this
one.
point-
That changes the game.
At this point in history, we should have that. We have electric skateboards.
Yes, of
That
course.
drive themselves. We have electric
self-driving-
bikes, self-driving cars. You're telling me we can't put a fucking motor into a couple of
In a couple of
6
skis?
foot subs?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can tell you that on a rudimentary level, things like this have been tried. People,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people have tried to sort of, jerry rig some motors.
Is
onto
there
water
something
skis
like
and
that?
whatnot.
You know, the every time you go to the Aerospace Museum, there's that
Every time you
there's-
go? What
there's
does that mean? What do you mean?
There's that 5-minute
wait a
clip
minute.
montage
How
of all the people trying their
How
airplanes.
often are you going to the Aerospace
Every
Museum?
weekend, you know. I mean, it's
You head out
fun.
there every weekend, out there to D.C.
You know, they have that clip montage of the guy
Sure.
flapping mechanical wings.
All the
or-
times people tried to fly and they were like, they had a bad
Is there
idea.
something like that with water skis?
Well, there's only one video clip, and you got to know a guy if you want to see it, and it's because it's
Is that guy Bill YouTube?
It's pretty. Bill, well, no, Bill wouldn't touch it. His brother has it though.
what happened on the
Randy YouTube?
Randy YouTube has got this one, and it's on the Randy Web.
YouTube Fred?
And this is
By the way, the Randy web, I've looked it up.
Yeah.
It is not what you think.
Oh, really?
It is pretty Randy stuff.
Well, this is one clip that you can see, and I've seen it, and I wish I could unsee it. But it is the
What happened?
Well, it's a clip of a guy who did try to put a couple of motors onto water skis for this very reason.
Backfired?
And the reason in his case was that he had got into a real fight with his captain, and he was
Well,
just
what
like,
about? Is that included on the tape?
Oh well, the captain slept with all three of this guy's wives.
Oh,
like,
what? This
you know
guy
what I
who was
mean?
a polygamist?
No. It was one at a time.
So it's like
I
over
see.
time.
He's on his third marriage, and he finds out this guy slept with this one too. So they had a throwdown.
Wow.
And he said, and you know, by that point, this guy was an asshole. I'm gonna tell you. Right? So a lot of people didn't want to be his captain. He said, I don't need a captain at all.
Right.
And so he tried to put motor, and he went directly into the water.
Whoa.
These things propelled him deep into the water.
Oh,
Wow. So
boy.
were they sinking, or they were just literally like?
I think he must have just directioned them wrong or something like that.
Oh,
but
I
it
see.
was-
Instead of like,
So they carried him
it did
directly to the ocean
horizontally,
floor.
it
Yeah.
was perpendicular.
Of course, he imagined he was going to be going over the water, right?
Right, of
you
course.
You can picture what he
one,
had in mind.
When one imagines water skiing,
Yeah.
that's the first thought.
Yeah. But I guess I don't know. He just angled him wrong, and they sent him straight into the water. Yeah.
Right all the way
Straight
down.
down to the ocean's floor.
Right
And
down
that was
into
it.
Davy Jones'
So
locker.
Davy Jones' locker.
And this was
exactly,
he was doing this right over the Marianas Trench. Do you know what the Marianas
Sure,
Trench
of
is?
course.
So this was, as far as we know, he's still
He's
headed
lost.
down there. He's still traveling down there.
Oh,
Right.
wow. Yeah,
Wow.
because it's so deep.
This is the deepest part
So
of the
deep,
ocean.
put your ass
So-
to sleep.
I was watching recently Blue Planet 2.
Oh, yeah.
The documentary series about the ocean. And they were they had a whole section that was about how there's some animal that secretes a substance, a liquid that is heavier salt water. So that salt water sinks to the bottom of the ocean. So at the ocean's floor in this area of the world,
It's
there
just
is
a
a lake.
secretion.
There's a lake of heavier water.
Oh, heavy water.
It's soup, and that water has its own ecosystem that
Whoa.
lives inside of it. It's
Whoa.
nuts,
Man.
It's worth checking out.
You know, I hear that and I figure I got to find a way to water ski that water.
At the bottom
Yeah.
of that lake,
To water ski
you
the
got to
heaviest
that
water?
lake.
Yeah.
And this is what they do. They go down there because they're like, this is the deep. It's the episode of the series that it's about the deepest of the deep part of the ocean that we know very little about. They get down there and it's like this glass, like such a quiet thing. And then right in their camera is a guy on motorized water skis.
Holy
who just
shit, really?
He's
down there?
across the lake like it's fucking Lake Havasu.
that
Whoa.
motherfucker.
You know what
he's
I'm thinking?
skiing the most rarefied water
he
on Earth.
shreds it too.
I
man.
wonder in that heavy water if bread wouldn't get soggy.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I could ski those sandwiches. I could ski those sandwiches down there.
Here's the danger I think you have in that respect. I think all that lunch meat, all that is going to attract sharks.
It might, but
I think-
it's not bloody lunch
think
meat,
it's
right?
like-
Although it might be rare roast beef.
Yeah, I think it's like chum in the water. You might have.
yeah.
Do you find that? Because that is another. Oh,
Jason,
sorry.
before we
Yeah,
do
go
that,
ahead.
speaking of chums, we have to get back to our chum hot dog here after a break, if that's okay.
I would love
it. We need to take a break. Hot dog, we'll talk about the water skiing. Is it the Hall of Fame?
The Water Skiing Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, and you have some other news for us
I've
as
got a
well?
lot of news,
Okay,
lot
great.
of news, lot of
Let's
news.
take a break. When we come back, we'll have more Jason Mantzoukas, more hot dog right after this.
All right.
All right, guys, I want to talk to you a little for just a brief, spare me a minute of your time, if you will, to talk about Squarespace, please, because Squarespace has a brand new tagline that they're really excited about. I want to try it coming out of my mouth. See how it gets around the old lips and teeth. Me, 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 mamu, me, me, moo, moo. Here we go. Think it, dream it, make it with Squarespace. Boom! Home run. Home run. Not even a ground rule double. Home run out of the park. Completely out of the park. Out in the pond behind the park. Out in the parking lot, Squarespace. You did it. Think it, dream it, make it with Squarespace. You will never have to change that tagline ever again. Keep it, put it in the vault, lock it up, put it away, put it in the Disney vault where Song of the South is. You never have to change it ever again. Great, Squarespace. Let's talk about Squarespace. With beautiful templates created by world-class designers, these are not run-of-the-mill designers who it's like they call up the night before and go, we need a template, just throw something together. No. These are designers that are amazing at what they do and renowned throughout the world for creating templates. Squarespace makes it easy to turn your idea, whatever it is, whatever weird idea you have. If you're listening to this show, I think your ideas are pretty weird. It is, God, that made me actually cough. Squarespace makes it easy, whatever that idea is, to turn it into a new and unique website. Okay, now you can customize everything from look and feel to settings and products, and it's all optimized for mobile right out of the box, so you don't have to worry about that. And it has built-in search engine optimization, so all this stuff is like, it's pro level. So go ahead and showcase your work, your blog. You can publish content. You can announce a special project. Da-da-da-da-da-da! Here's my website announcing a special project. I mean, I think creating a website is special enough. Like, that's a special project in and of itself, like, you know? You can even sell products and services of all kinds in just a few clicks. And then use Squarespace's analytics. That'll help you grow in real time. And the best part about all this is there's nothing to install, patch, or upgrade ever. They do all the work for you. Now, if you do have a question, Squarespace's award-winning 24/7 customer support, they are there to help. So, keep dreaming, but make it a reality with a website from Squarespace. Wait, this changed. It was think it, dream it, make it with Squarespace. This thing changed. Squarespace, I said you didn't have to change it anymore. Although this is better. You're right. Keep dreaming, but make it a reality with a website from Squarespace. Squarespace, you got me again. This is the one. This is the one. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. Jason Mantzoukas from The Dictator is here.
Oh, that's right.
From The House.
The House.
Always Bet on Black.
On iTunes now.
Very funny movie. We also have someone who's not in the world of comedy. He is a professional water skier.
Well, yeah.
And an ersatz member of Sha-Na-Na cover band.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Nah, Sha-Sha. No, we broke up.
You guys broke up.
Yeah, Nah, Sha-Sha broke up.
Hot Dog is with us. Hello.
Hey, what's going on? Dip.
What's up, Hot Dog?
What's up, Hot Dog? That's how I first came to be on this show.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You kept asking, what's up, Hot Dog?
Well, I sold that to Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, sold it to him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or bequeathed it to him. I can't remember.
Oh, all right. Well,
yeah, so he says that during his concerts now.
Oh, he does.
Does he really?
Yeah. So, sorry.
Well, then
to
I
say.
guess I better start showing up at his concerts.
I guess so.
I can
Although
tell him what's up.
it's always great to hear from you, so I hope that you show up to this place as well.
No, probably not.
And I'm glad just to get little bits of updates on what's going on. Like, I had no idea about the Water Skiing Hall of Fame.
It's huge, man. It's huge. I've been wanting to get in there.
Where is it?
It's down in Polk City, Florida.
Oh, okay.
And the way it works now is that because they have limited space in the building. The building itself is quite small, but I've been lobbying them for years because I've told them, I'm the first guy to introduce firearms to water skiing. Right? I'm the first guy ever that water.
You corrected yourself, but you did introduce water skiing to firearms.
Well,
and then they dated for a couple of years.
That's true. But and I'm the first guy ever to water ski salamis and you know what I mean. Like I had a major impact. Yeah.
You're a pioneer.
Yeah.
And they were very resistant to it for a long time, but they finally said, "Man, if you want to come here and set up in the parking lot, you can do that anytime you want." So I'm out there. I got a tent in the parking lot of the Water Skiing Hall of Fame, and I go up and I set up my displays and all my photos from over the years, and I play Sha-Na-Na music, and people come. Not every visitor to the Water Skiing Hall of Fame stops in the parking lot at my exhibit.
Okay.
But
is it a permanent exhibit, or do you have to break it down?
It's permanent in the sense that once I put it up, I don't have to leave until they close. You know what I mean?
But you do have to leave when they close.
When they close, I got to get out of there. And then they've made it clear that if I don't take all my stuff with me, it's not going to be there.
So you've answered my question in a roundabout manner.
So it is. Yeah, it is permanent.
Yeah.
But that's been really big for me. But
do you sell things?
What do you mean? Do I sell things?
Like, do you have memorabilia that you sell, or?
If you go into the Water Skiing Hall of Fame, you can buy all kinds of
but do you sell things?
Souvenirs and stuff like that. Well, I bought a whole bunch of their souvenirs, and then I resell them at a discount.
At a discount?
At a discount?
Yeah, man. I'm a businessman.
A bad one.
You can get a keychain in there.
For how much?
They'll sell it for $5.95. I'll give it to you for $2.
Okay, you're losing money on everything you sell.
It's not bad. No, you don't understand. They're selling it for more. I'm giving it.
Which you're buying,
and I buy it from them. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And what I do is I go in and I buy like 100 of them.
Oh,
I buy them.
So that's like a lot of money. That's like almost $600 you're spending.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I had to take out a loan.
From whom?
Oh, no, not 600.
Not Ronaldo.
I took out a loan. I took out a loan from this bank.
Yeah.
You know, this.
Oh.
Yeah. And
Wait, which bank are we talking about?
it's cool. It's a bank that this guy runs.
This guy runs?
Okay,
Yeah.
this sounds like some sort of a shyster
No, it's not a shyster.
moneylender.
It's an.
I don't think we should be saying any of that.
This is.
Why? I didn't say Shylock. Is that what you're saying?
I thought that's what you meant. Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
thank
Forget it. Disregard.
No. But this is in an ice cream parlor, and this guy runs a bank out of an ice cream parlor.
Oh,
One of the
in
tables.
Polk City, Florida?
In Polk City, Florida.
Is
And
it
he
also a gun shop?
There's a lot of things going on at this ice cream
Yeah.
shop. You can get a
Cigarettes?
timeshare there. You can get cigarettes, yeah. You can definitely get cigarettes at this ice cream shop. And they have a cigarette-flavored ice cream, as a matter of fact.
Is
Really?
that just
Yeah, they
because
do.
they dropped their cigarettes accidentally into it?
I don't know how it comes. I don't know the recipe.
You don't know how the sausage is made.
No, I sure don't.
But you do like to ski on them.
If I
The
can.
ashtray flavor.
Yeah, it's popular. But anyway.
Did you mean to say before you said that?
What?
Unpopular?
Yeah, it's popular. But look, this is the big part. Now,
Okay.
it's true. I have so much news for you guys today.
Okay,
It's a very
okay.
big deal. And I do, if you'll indulge me, by the way.
Oh, of course. We have no one else to talk to.
If this
so,
is June 11th, then
Of course it is.
Well, then I have an important
Great.
This day in water skiing history, if you don't mind.
Oh, please.
Okay, all right. So June 11th, 1978, Bobby Steensma invented hitching a ride.
I don't know
Yeah.
what any of that is.
Bobby
I
Steen-
know.
you know Bobby
I know
Steensma.
invented. No, I don't.
Oh, well, he's one of the real legends of water skiing.
Oh,
yeah?
He's been in the Hall of Fame, in the building proper, since
Oh, okay.
since 1981.
Is he somebody that you know? Like, does everybody in the water skiing community know each other?
A lot of us do know each other. I met Bobby once, and
Yep.
you know,
Does
don't-
he know you?
Don't meet your idols. But anyway, it didn't go great. He was kind of a dick. But anyway, but it doesn't matter because this was a big. He invented hitching a ride.
Yep.
What is hitching a ride?
Well,
is that a water skiing technique?
I'm going to tell you the story.
Oh, paint a picture with words.
He was
please.
out there on a motorboat, and his line broke, and that happens sometimes. And as I say, he did not have a spotter, and he was waving frantically for his captain. And
He was on the motorboat, or he was
No, he
being
was
towed by it?
No, yeah, he's water skiing, and his line broke.
Oh, no.
And his captain
now he's
didn't
just
know.
out in the open-
He's just out in the
open water.
open water.
He's naked.
No, I think he had trunks on.
Wait, what?
But he's out there.
Why do you
and-
think he's naked?
I'm just saying it's like when your line breaks. It's like
why
the feeling.
does part of the thing need to be now he's naked?
No, I'm saying that he felt naked
He must have felt naked and exposed.
Because he wasn't attached
because he
anymore?
wasn't. He was
Yeah,
no longer
attached.
attached to anything.
I get it.
Now his
have
captain-
you ever heard of a metaphor?
So he's just nude on skis. Continue.
Okay, yeah. So, and I mean, he must have been scared and whatever, but he had enough of his line. And this is the amazing thing about Bobby Steensma. He had spent some time as an actor in a Wild West show.
Oh.
He knew how to make a lasso. So this guy fashioned his water skiing line into a lasso, and he waited for another boat to come by. And sure enough, a fishing trawler came by, and he lassoed the motor.
Whoa.
And and that fishing boat had no idea he was
Whoa.
there.
Oh,
And they
really?
took him all the way to the dock. And
Wow.
and
Before his momentum slowed and he sunk, he
Yep.
was able to hitch a ride.
he was able to hitch a ride, and he has been doing this ever since. He no longer.
He does it on purpose.
He now just goes out with a lasso.
He just drops
or
himself.
some scissors.
He goes out into the water with a lasso, and he'll lasso any boat that's going.
How does he get going though in the first place?
Well, he's come up with a system where he straps his water skis to his back, and he swims out deep into the ocean, and then he puts his water skis on his feet.
He just waits
and
for
he
a passing
and he just
trawler.
waits for a passing, yeah, like a fishing boat.
Okay, my system is way better. Go out
What's
with
your
just
system?
Go out with just scissors.
Whoa.
Be pulled by your own boat. Cut it at a certain point.
But this is his whole thing. This is how he changed the game. He moved
Why
beyond
not-
having his own boat and his own
Why
captain
not?
altogether.
But here's the thing. Why not start at the dock with a lasso?
Okay.
When you see a boat
When you see a boat
leaving,
passing by, this is much better.
lasso it and leave with it.
Yeah,
Like
much
you don't.
better.
It doesn't have to be.
Or do you have to start on water in order for a competition to actually count?
No,
Like
it doesn't matter. He could probably do what you're proposing. I think he could go out to the dock if he
How
wanted to.
come we
but
never?
that's too easy.
How come we never see, like in the opening of the famous James Bond movie, Roger Moore is like skiing, mountain skiing. Like how
right.
come we've never
This is The
seen?
Spy Who Loved Me,
Yeah,
or-
it's, well, I can't remember which one it is,
Okay.
but how come we've never seen like water skiing exhibited in like a
In a
Jason
James
Bourne
Bond.
movie
Yeah,
or a
yeah,
James
it seems
Bond
fun.
movie?
Like everyone's always like, "Oh, a jet ski. That's so cinematic." Or like,
I
you
believe
know.
Timothy Dalton in one of the James Bond movies did do some water
He
skiing.
did
Oh, yeah?
I believe
okay.
there has been some water skiing
In a
featured.
suit or
As a
in,
matter of
like,
fact, my friend
bikini briefs?
my friend Ahi, who is another legend of water skiing, did some work.
he
Is
named-
that his given
named
name?
after the tuna?
Given name?
Well,
nickname.
it's, in this game we sometimes choose our own names. And his name is really Barry, but he changed his name to Ahi, and then very tragically was bitten by a shark. And,
Oh, boy.
and some people have speculated that it's because the shark believed that he was an Ahi tuna.
Wow.
Just had heard his name referred to.
When you
in
say
that
some have
sense.
speculated,
Wait,
how many?
you
As far
think-
as I know, it's just me, but that's my theory.
And you think it's because the shark heard someone call him?
that
Ahi?
is what I
in
think. That is what I think. People are just
You don't
the
think-
way you use somebody's name, and then the shark was like,
No, we know how
here
people
comes some-
use people's names.
You know what I mean? Like somebody
But I
say,
mean,
"Hey,
like-
Ahi, come over here,"
Yeah,
or
no,
"Hey,
no,
Ahi,
we know,
where was
we
the-
know
wait,
all
what's
the
going-
situations
okay,
the
hang
names
on.
are
No,
used
maybe
in.
it's like,
Was
what's going
the-
on, Ahi? How are you?
No,
Was
no, we
the
know.
shark attack on land?
No, it was in the
It was
water.
in the water.
He was water skiing. But what I'm saying is on the boat or whatever in the water.
Enough people were saying, Ahi, you got this,
Yeah,
Ahi.
and the shark was
How many
like-
names is there a rule in water skiing, much like the other rules about don't bother the sharks, of
Yeah.
how many times you can have your name said out there on the water?
Well, that's one of the problems. It's unlimited. So
Well,
if you have a name that
That
might
is a
appeal
food,
to a
but
shark,
that's I mean,
But
like
what about
sharks
hot dog?
like hot dogs, yeah.
Hot dog.
yeah, well, it's risky. It's real risky.
Wow.
So I do say, I mean, I often say, like, only say my name if you absolutely need to.
Or call you by your
That's what's
Christian name.
You know what? That's
Never.
what's
But
cool.
sometimes
though.
on a boat, I'll say, call me HD.
And that's what's that's what's great about you, I feel like, and what you're doing and your commitment to it this long, which I'm sure is why you are water skiing Hall of Fame adjacent,
Yeah.
is you are like reckless. There is danger built
Yeah.
into it, especially now.
very dangerous.
Again, Planet Earth
It's
2.
like
the
going to see an
waters-
acrobat on the high wire.
The
you know?
waters are warming. We have way more sharks now in our waters around our coasts. Like this is dangerous for you to be out there taunting them with the name hot dog.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Is-
maybe back during the 50s, I mean, this was all fun and games, but now it's serious business.
It's very, very, very serious business. That's true. And I don't want to say this and even make it a self-fulfilling prophecy, but the war between the water skiers and the surfers has only been heating up.
Oh, really?
Things are getting a little bit tense.
Yeah, I believe the last time you
tense.
were on, we were talking about the war between these two factions. How is it progressing?
Well, we have had an uneasy peace for a long time. A lot of people call it a Cold War for a long time, but things are getting a little bit stepped up,
No, so
because
the Cold War is warming up.
the Cold War is warming up just a little bit because, and the reason is, and it's almost understandable, some water skiers are starting to get into wave water skiing. And
I don't know what that is. What is wave? Where you wave at someone while you're water skiing?
No, no.
Because that doesn't seem that hard.
No,
because
it's like you're like
It's
we're-
like where a bunch of water skiers are water skiing together and they do the wave like in a
Like in a
athletic
baseball
event.
game.
all of these things you're talking about have been done, but what I'm talking about,
and they don't seem hard.
no, that's not. What I'm talking about is like
Is it where you're water skiing?
Yeah, okay.
But you watch.
I think this
the
time you're gonna get it.
The 1980s made-for-TV after-school special, The Wave.
Oh,
That is
I
an
remember that one.
It is an
Yeah, man,
allegory
for the
for
Nazis.
Nazi Germany.
Yeah. Well, that has been
Worth
done.
it?
That has been done. Is
Was
it
that worth it? Was that worth it for me to explain
I think
all
it
that?
was worth it because
Cool.
that's an important
All right,
film.
good.
Is it when you're water skiing and you're listening on your Discman to wave files?
Sure.
Oh man, that, as far as I know, has not been done.
That's not been done because a Discman would not be able to play them. Thank you very much.
okay, you're
Smart.
welcome.
Okay, all right.
But no, this is when you tell your captain, like, we are going to go over some big waves, and I'm going to water ski over those waves, and then we're going to end up on the beach, and it's risky, and you're going to.
Wait a minute. All of what we talked about has been done, but someone saying, hey, I want to go over some big waves has not been done.
Well, it's starting to be done. It's just starting to be done.
Wow.
And the surfers aren't happy because now you're in their domain. I mean, for a while,
yeah.
it was like, you guys are on the big waves. We're out deeper. We're water skiing. And now water skiers have said, fuck that. We're moving into the big waves now.
What do they call it when a surfer goes through that hole?
The tube?
Yeah, the tube. Yeah, gleaming the tube or
Gleaming
whatever
the
it is.
tube,
No,
yeah.
Gleaming the Cube is
That's
a
skateboarding
movie.
But you know what I'm talking about when you're going
they're
right
like
through the eye of the
funneling, man.
needle.
They're funneling, yeah. And
That would be rad if like a boat was pulling a water
Well,
skier
that's what's
all the
happening.
way through that.
Oh,
just
would
like,
that be rad? Would that be rad?
I mean,
Scott?
I think it would be. I think it would be.
Sir-
you know what I
surfer
mean?
dude?
Just like it's almost like you're fucking the wave.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
not like you're fucking the wave. It's like the wave is fucking someone else, and you're the cum like cheesing
Like
out
bursting out of it?
bursting out of the hole.
Not that kind
the
of a
wave,
show.
The
I
tunnel,
apologize, hot dog.
The tunnel
This
is
is
the
Jason
dick
Mantzoukas.
hole.
I don't know if you've ever been on the
tunnel
show
is
with
the
Jason
dick hole.
Mantzoukas, but this is what he likes to do. He likes
And
to
you're
come
like,
here and like make these sexual allusions and
That's
metaphors.
filthy.
And you
so
just
I
like
apologize.
cheese out the wave dick hole.
Yeah, I just really apologize.
Well,
for
but
that.
that's what's happening. There's water skiers have been cheesing out the wave dick hole and running into surfers. I mean, and literally like bumping into him. And
Oh, if this episode isn't called Cheesing Out the Wave Dick Hole, I am suing everybody in this room.
well, so that's what's been going on. It's been like a real traffic jam in some of those wave dick holes.
Yeah.
And,
Have they thought of installing like traffic lights?
well, I don't know how you would even do that. I mean, you'd
Well,
have to get
it seems simple.
a floating traffic light.
Yeah, if they can, install like oil derricks in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
seems
Or
to me
like-
like,
or like
put
po-
up a pole and have like a red light, and like an intersection.
But then the wave has to crash right there. I mean, I don't know.
Do you think, is this I hate to say this, is this war
No, you
going to
don't.
get bloody? Like, is this escalating? Like, will our oceans run red with the blood of surfers and water skiers?
Listen, I hate to say it. I hate to predict it because, I don't want it to happen. But yeah.
Because you're also someone, as you've said, who pioneered water skiing with guns.
Well, and you know what? And at the time, I was just firing at targets and whatever. And it
But
was
now-
all, and it
Targets and whatever.
It
But
was
now
fun.
human targets,
Well,
maybe.
targets and fish, and I did kill 3 captains, but that was accidental. But a lot of people said, "Hey, man, that looks like a shot across the bow to the surface," and I was like, "I'm not saying I intended that way,
Yeah.
but I don't mind if they take it that way."
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So I mean, water skiers are out there with guns. That's all I'm saying.
But you know what? I mean, does Sha Na Na have any songs about surfing?
Sha Na Na songs about surfing.
Yeah, I know the Beach Boys. That was primarily they like to sing songs about one hobby, surfing.
Surfing, yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
also
driving a
drag
car, right?
racing.
Drag racing.
Also
Drag racing, yeah,
racing.
but it's you know what I mean about the Beach
I mean,
Boys.
Little
It's-
Deuce Coupe. Come on.
Yeah, but the Beach Boys, it's kind of like, if like there was, if Coldplay were out there singing about putting together puzzles. Like, why
yeah.
sing about one hobby endlessly? You know what I mean?
I will say all of Coldplay's songs sound like they're about putting together puzzles.
Puzzles of the heart, my dear
Oh,
boy.
that's beautiful.
I don't
Thank
know.
you so much.
I don't know about that.
But does Sha Na Na do water skiing songs?
No,
Or-
I don't-
No
I-
one's done a water skiing song.
I've never
have they?
heard it. No. There's no rock groups.
Everyone, water ski tonight.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. There are bands that will play on water skis. There are some water ski bands.
Oh, like who?
Jimmy and the Crickets.
Jimmy and the Crickets?
Yeah, Jimmy and the Crickets.
That's not Buddy Holly's Crickets, is it?
No,
Oh,
that
got
was
it.
a different. That was
Different
different.
crickets.
Was there a
They
problem
all-
there?
Different
Well, Buddy
guys.
Holly's Crickets, I think, all died with him in the plane crash.
No. They
No?
were like, no. Buddy was like, I'm taking this plane. Fuck you guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? And all the crickets were like, Buddy's such an asshole. He should have invited us on
Yeah,
the
what
plane.
a dick. He's up
Yeah.
there fucking with.
But with them,
Fats
Big
Domino.
Bopper and,
with them, when it's
what's
the
that other
Crickets,
dude's
they
name?
just
La Bamba guy.
Yeah,
yeah, the
Bopper.
Richie Valens, the Big
Yeah.
Bopper.
Yeah.
When it doesn't matter.
I guess I said Fats Domino thinking of the Big Bopper, but I was
it's
just...
not Fats Domino.
Yeah, they were the same guy.
They were?
Yeah, they were played by the same guy.
See, wait, he was an actor who played both of those
Yep.
guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Yep,
Interesting.
that whole tour it was all actors and Buddy Holly.
Why do they
R.I.P.
call him
Lou Diamond
Friend
Phillips.
Holly? Friend Holly.
Friend
Instead of
Holly.
Buddy
Is that a
Holly.
Buddy Holly?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It is a great question. We should spend a good portion of the show.
Is Buddy short for something? If you go by Buddy, is it because your name is Budwick?
Is it a common nickname for what? Budwick?
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 Yeah.
So what I'm wondering is why do you like music from this era so much that has turned its back upon your side of this war?
Well, look, as you know, I have a relationship with Sha Na Na. I have auditioned for them.
Well, a relationship in where they keep turning you down.
Well-
and they put out restraining orders, as I recall.
as a matter of fact, yes, a lot of those things have happened. But
I mentioned two things.
yeah, well, those things and things of that general category, along with punches in the stomach and whatnot. But things that look, this is. As I said, a lot of great things have come from my being inducted into the Water Skiing Hall of Fame.
Oh, really?
One of them is, and I don't even, to tell you this chain of events is amazing. It's incredible the things that can happen in life. As you know, I work at the car rental counter over there at the Burbank Airport. That's
That
my
is
job.
right.
yeah.
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 What did we've talked about it before. What exactly happens? There.
What happens?
Yeah, it seemed like there was some sort of detail about the way you interacted with customers, or
Oh, I don't know. Except I can never sell anybody the supplemental insurance.
Oh, right.
That's my main problem. But I was working at the budget, and funny thing happened. I went to work one day, and I was halfway through my workday before I realized that I was at Hertz, and it was just I had made
and
a
no
mistake.
one had cared.
Nobody cared, and so now I'm at Hertz. But anyway, since I'm at Hertz now, I'm in their system. I'm in their database, and you're not gonna fucking believe this.
You're jacked in, huh?
Screaming Scott
From Sha Na Na?
from Sha Na Na rented a car through Hertz. He never went to budget. He is a longtime Hertz guy. He's got the rewards card and everything. He has a Hertz credit card. He's always getting points.
Right.
Anyway, so because of
Hertz
that,
points.
he's getting Hertz points all the time. Now because of that, I have his email address.
Wow.
I got Screaming Scott's email address, and I'm like, I'm not going to use it until I have just the right reason to use it. You know, I don't want to.
Smart, very smart.
Very smart, because I can imagine the minute you got it, you could have been like, "Hey, Screaming Scott!"
Exactly, and I wanted to. You know, I wanted to.
Oh, of course.
And I have literally like 10,000 emails to Screaming Scott in my draft folder. But anyway, finally, when I got
literally 10,000.
It's literally, yes, and I have been alerted to, but that it's too much and I need to clean it out. But
by whom? By Google?
I got a call from Tom Apple myself. Tom Apple called me.
I believe you.
And I had to give him my password and everything. Anyway,
smart.
Family pet name?
Yeah.
Did he ask you to put yourself on tape?
Yeah, Tom Apple.
Yeah.
He did.
And send him a urine sample?
I had to send him everything, my DNA, and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that problem's resolved. But
You could have just spit into a cup. I don't know why.
what's that?
For the DNA. Anyway, go on.
I had to give him a quart of blood. When I got into the Water Skiing Hall of Fame, I saw an opportunity, and I realized if I could get myself into that Hall of Fame, I can get Sha Na into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Smart.
okay.
Which I know is something they want.
They have not.
They have
been
not.
even nominated, or
To the best of my knowledge, they have not.
By the way, I think the whole Hall of Fame system is such an asshole move to we're going to nominate 10 bands this year, but only 6 are going to get in.
I'll tell you one thing about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. No other award show has anywhere near that amount of complaining about people who didn't get in.
I know.
It is constant.
For an organization that is ostensibly pointless.
Yes, and will allow almost anyone to
Regardless
get in.
of their connection to quote unquote rock and roll.
Exactly.
And yet, Sha Na is not in it. I mean, does that make any sense? I mean, this is the number one interpreters of classic rock and roll in the United States.
I guess that you could say that they should belong in a Rock and Roll Interpreters Hall of Fame because they're not actually pioneers of rock and roll.
Sha Na has a song called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We should probably listen to it, don't you think?
Sure, let's play it.
By the way,
right
I want to
now.
do
Yes.
a new podcast called
Did you bring it?
Are you Sha Na-ing to me? R-E me?
Please don't.
That's my idea for a new podcast, and I might do a pilot. But anyways, I used Screamin' Scott's email address, and I emailed Screamin' Scott, and I pitched him. I said, you know what? Let me be the guy that gets you guys into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that is now my job. And he said, you can do that. Go for it.
Whoa.
And
He said, "Go for it."
Wait.
Was there anything else in this email?
Yeah, he replied to you.
He replied to me,
Did you tell him you were hot dog?
no. I didn't
What
tell
did
him
you? What did you just use? HD?
I signed off under a totally different name.
Which name was this?
I signed off under the name Kilbasa.
Well,
Now, yeah,
Smart.
right?
Smart.
So, and he said, "Yeah, do it." And I said, "If I do it, can I be in the group?" And he hasn't yet replied. He hasn't replied to that
But
email yet.
this sounds like it was
Yeah.
just recently. How long ago was this?
That was like 18 months ago.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh,
But-
I'm
so,
sure it's imminent.
Yeah.
This guy. I mean, these guys are so. If you look at their tour schedule,
just
it's
replying to the other
overwhelming.
members of Sha Na must take up half the day.
No kidding about that. No kidding about that.
How many people are in Sha Na?
5 or 6. But anyways,
And is it all original members at this point?
No.
No.
They've got some new guys in there. They've lost some guys.
Is Bowser still in there?
Bowser hasn't been in the group for a long time.
John
Really?
Bowser Bauman,
John Bowser Bauman,
host of the Hollywood Squares.
Was
Back in the when it was the Hollywood Squares match game hour.
Oh, he hosted it.
He hosted one of those. Yeah,
Oh,
he
wow.
either hosted the match game or he hosted the Hollywood Square. I think he was.
As
he was
Bowser?
as Bowser. I think as John Bowser Bauman. He was the center square in Hollywood Squares, and then he was the host of match game. I believe.
Yeah, well, he's very politically involved, and as somebody pointed out, he has never once backed a candidate that won, not even one time. But
Not even one time.
apparently not.
Wow.
Big
But-
into Dukakis. And
He's
John Kerry.
Mondale.
he was all in for Mondale, but
all in. And when I say that, I mean my fist in my mouth.
oh yeah, he can put his whole fist in his mouth. So now that's my job. I am crusading to get the Sha Na into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
How are you going to do this?
Okay, it involves your listeners writing in letters.
These
Oh,
listeners or the
for
listeners
this
of
show?
Sha Na?
The listeners, no. Well, the listeners of Sha Na are presumably already on the case.
Yeah.
And but it involves all of your listeners. You need to write a letter to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I wonder
if we, because
could-
so many people listen to this show
Yeah.
that I think if we all, for fun, tried to get Sha Na Na into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I wonder what that would take.
We gotta
I
do
feel
it.
like
We gotta do
need
it.
a little more. We need to make it one step easier for people. I feel like is there like a.
well, there's got to be an online voting.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like we need to be giving people a thing that they can just do.
There is
Okay,
online
all right,
voting,
all right.
and I know that that's part of it every year now.
So I
The
guess
Rock
we're-
and Roll Hall of
I guess
Fame
we're-
has online voting.
Yeah.
We could also petition the White House.
But I know that they can do it. I think it would be fun for in the name of hot
I
dog
wonder. Yeah.
To get Sha Na Na.
to get Sha Na Na into the Rock and Roll Hall of
They'll
Fame.
put Bon Jovi in there.
I mean, this is
put
what I'm
anybody in
saying.
there.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean? When Bon
come on.
Jovi came out, it was like, oh, this is like,
Yeah.
this is like cut rate Boston.
Bon Jovi had a whole long speech about how ridiculously long it took to get him into the Rock and Roll Hall
come
of Fame.
now.
He is bitter. John Bon Jovi has been vocally bitter
Yeah.
that they have not gotten in yet because,
Yeah.
and it's all because he thinks he says rather that Jan Wenner doesn't like him. That the whole thing is personal beef between Jan Wenner, Rolling Stone founder, and Bon Jovi.
Well, that's
I
good
guess.
information because Sha Na Na needs to butter up Jan Wenner. it
Oh
sounds
yeah.
like.
So the other way we could combat this is just everybody tweet Jan Wenner.
Yeah.
What about Sha Na Na, Jan?
You think there?
What about Jan Na Na?
Jan?
Yeah,
Hey, there's like a like
Jan
if
Na Na?
Jan Wenner wanted to join Sha Na Na
Would
and
you be
call
upset,
it and
hot
call
dog?
it Jan Na Na.
Would you be upset if Sha Na Na let Jan Wenner in just to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and change their name to Jan Na Na?
I mean, I wouldn't love that. I wouldn't
Yeah.
love it, but I would like it because if they get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, no matter how, I think I'm in the band.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
do you
I
want
think
Sha Na Na to be happy or do you want to be in the band? Which of those
Okay,
two?
I have
Well,
a
what
second.
difference does it make?
The
You know what I'm
other
saying?
thing
What
we
does it
could
make?
try and do is see if we can get Na Sha Sha in the Rock and Roll Hall of
That's
Fame.
going to be impossible.
That's going to be hard. Nah,
But
Sha Sha, we have
the
not recorded
tribute-
an album yet.
The
I gotta
tribute
say.
band.
We would have
Hall
to
of
wait
Fame.
25 years.
A tribute band, a Sha Na Na
tri-
tribute
the
band.
tribute band
getting
Hall
into
of
the Rock
Fame.
and Roll Hall of Fame before. Oh, I see. The tribute band Hall of Fame.
The
there
tribute-
should be a tribute band Hall
There
of Fame.
There should be the
Yeah.
Electric Punks.
You might have
Sure.
just
Seven
won
Chinese
the Nobel
Brothers.
Prize in Hall
Yeah.
of Fames.
Can I ask, is every other band or artist that played at Woodstock alongside Sha Na Na, are they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Oh, that's a great.
I doubt it.
That's a great argument.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
sure
Like-
there are bands that played that are not in the Rock and
10
Roll.
years after, are they in the Rock and Roll
The
Hall of Fame?
Turtles?
Is Richie Havens in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I bet.
I could
bet
see
they all
Richie
are.
Havens being in. I don't know
Yeah.
about the
They
Turtles.
might have
though.
put him in. The Turtles, did the Turtles play Woodstock?
Yeah, I think
Jefferson
so.
Airplane?
I gotta say,
John Eddie. John Eddie's not in the Rock
Sha
and
Na
Roll
Na
Hall
is not even part of the conversation anymore. Like if you look at the list of people, like they're all the way up to Depeche Mode now and people like that. Like I
Well,
I
it's
feel like
20
Sha Na Na.
what is the
it's
limit?
the 50th. Well, there's
25 years
25 years from your first record, but
Oh.
there's no limit of like, hey,
Yeah.
if it's 50 years, you're out. Like if you haven't done it in 50 years.
Oh yeah,
you're
well
gone.
Nina
That's right.
Simone just got in.
Right, but
you
next
know?
next year
They
the
put
50
Nina Simone in and they haven't put in Sha Na Na?
Yeah.
That's an outrage.
yes, exactly. But next year's the year because of 2019. I think it should be
It's
the
the
mission.
50th anniversary.
The 50th anniversary. It's the mission of
Here's what-
everyone who listens to this
Yeah.
show.
Here's what I'll say.
All right.
Because we just had the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a month ago, right?
Yes.
Next
Yeah,
year is
yeah,
the
yeah.
50th anniversary of Sha Na Na. They inducted.
You're saying everything that I've just said.
They inducted like six. They inducted 6 people a month ago. Next year they should only induct Sha Na Na.
and just make it a Sha Na Na blowout.
Oh,
That would
that's
be.
it.
Would that be amazing?
and the
the
end
whole-
jam session is
is just Sha Na Na.
just Sha Na Na doing their
No instruments on stage.
No, just a cappella Sha Na Na.
that would be amazing.
Doo wop.
I mean, let's make that happen, audience of Comedy Bang Bang.
There is no group that deserves to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame more than Sha Na Na because Sha Na Na is a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
They popularized the music to a degree that there even would have cause for a Hall of Fame.
yes.
Well, I guess 10 years after no one was singing doo wop anymore, they did come around
The
and
band,
sing doo
10
wop.
years
years after?
after?
I'm looking on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame website for a place to vote in. I can't find it.
I think maybe what happens is there's a certain point when it's unveiled. But what I would say is,
yeah.
sharp-eared listeners out there, they will know how to do this.
Yeah.
So I will tweet out a link or something
Okay,
of
all right, all
instructions
right.
of how to do this. We don't know
We're
how
going
to
to do
it
this.
now.
We're going to do it. And to do
We
it for
gotta
2019, the 50th anniversary of the
This would
band,
be amazing, and
it'll be amazing.
it'll be our 10th anniversary as well for Comedy Bang Bang. I mean, what better present to me?
Yeah,
Than
man.
Here's what I'm willing to say. I'm willing
Wait,
to say.
you're only willing to
I'm
say?
willing to say this.
Okay.
I'm going to say this as a
I would
promise.
say
should say it. I
everything
think
that
you
you
should
say, you are willing to say.
If we get, I am willing to say what I'm about to say.
Okay.
If we get Sha Na Na in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
they will be on this show.
They will be on this show, and
you
won't
hot
be.
dog.
No,
will get to meet them. No,
what I'm saying is, I thought meet them, sure, but we will force them to give you another audition.
Yes.
I'm not saying that
That's all I want. That's all I want is one more shot.
I'm not saying if
Here's
we get
the
them
thing.
into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that you are in the group. I'm saying that they will.
Well,
They
but
will,
that's-
yes. The transaction is if our listeners get them into the Hall of Fame, then they have to give you a shot.
A fair shot, too, because I would
fair
imagine
shot.
you've auditioned.
Well, although, guys, what Screamin' Scott has agreed to by not responding to my email is that I will be in the band if I
has
get
not
them into the
agreed.
Rock and
I
Roll Hall
think
of
you
Fame.
should walk that back a little bit.
yeah. What I'm saying
You're
is
going to be disappointed.
every time that you've auditioned previously, they've remembered you from the previous times.
I think it took 10 or 12 times for them to start to remember me, but since then they have. Yeah,
But what I'm saying is
they're aware of me.
Clean slate. We got to clean slate it. They have to forget everything they've ever known about what a nuisance you are, and they have to give you a fair shot.
Oh, man.
All right?
I think this is a home run idea.
I think this is a home
This
This is how we're going to do this.
out of the park, too.
Yeah.
This is like, all the way into the pond behind the field. You
Right.
know? Look, we need to take a break.
Okay, all right.
When we come back, you have some more news, though.
I do. That's true. Yes.
Okay, great. So we're going to be right back with more Hot Dog, more Jason Mantzoukas after this.
All right.
Driven. Where, to work? To the library? No, by the mission to provide a better place to sleep for everybody. Leesa is an innovative direct-to-consumer online mattress brand that is also socially conscious. What a mission. Can you imagine? Oh, man, I want to provide a better place to sleep for everybody. No, Leesa, we've been talking about them for years at this point, and, we're a Leesa family at my household. We don't sleep on those other mattress brands that you may have heard about in the news recently that certain EPA administrators are trying to score for free. No, Leesa, we're a Leesa household till we die because they are driven by this mission to provide a better place to sleep for everybody. And better yet, they're socially conscious. So let me give you an example. For every 10 mattresses that Leesa sells, they donate one to a shelter through their 110 program. They thought of this idea. They said, you know what? For every 10 we sell, let's donate one. And then they said, why don't we name a program after this and call it 110 program? This is the type of three-dimensional chess that Leesa is playing. But it's great. Donating mattress, those of you out there, do you donate 10% of what you do? I don't think so. They also plant one tree for every mattress sold. That's incredible. I think the earth is going to be just totally populated by trees. I hope they're not planting too many trees. Leesa, don't get too popular. Need space for the human beings. They also donate 1% of each employee's time to volunteer for local causes. This is a great company. But let's talk about the actual mattress. All right. It has a patented universal adaptive feel, which means that the Leesa mattress is designed for all types of sleepers. I would imagine that means light sleepers, heavy sleepers, everything in between. And these mattresses have 3 premium foam layers. And let's run them down. We got a 2-inch Avena foam top layer for cooling and breathability. All right, done. That would be enough. I hear that and I go, okay, I don't need to hear anymore. I'm going to tell you more. 2-inch memory foam middle layer for body contouring and pressure relief. You know what? I'm glad I continued because that's important. But you can stop there. No, I'm not going to. 6-inch dense core support foam for durability and structure, which works for sleepers of all sizes. Well, I'm glad I went into all 3 layers because all of those sound amazing. And right now, Leesa is continuing to expand its offerings to include the Leesa pillow. Yeah, I got one of those. The Leesa blanket, a check. The Leesa foundation and frame. No wonder it is a Forbes top 20 startups to watch. And right now, you can try a Leesa mattress in your own home for 100 nights risk-free. This is totally risk-free. Available in the US, UK, Canada, and Germany online with free shipping. This 100% American-made mattress ships compressed in a box right to your door. Or if you want to try it out, go try it at the Lisa Dream Gallery in Soho, NYC, and Virginia Beach, and over 80 West Elm stores nationwide. Okay, now listen to this deal, because this is pretty amazing. Get $130 off and a free pillow when you go to lisa.com. Don't go to lisa.com. Go to lisa.com/bangbang. Let me spell Lisa. Leesa. Okay? Lisa.com, Leesa.com/bangbang. $130 off and a free pillow. That'll put you to sleep. All right, I'm all done recording ads for our advertisers. Time to get out of here. And, the door just opened. Hi.
Oh, hey, Scott, it's me, Michael Ian Black.
Oh, hi, Michael Ian Black.
Hi.
From the States.
All kinds of things. All kinds of
headed into your third decade of comedy.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. It's nice to meet you. What do you? I've met you before. What are you doing here?
Oh, I had to just run over here real quick to tell you, Scott Aukerman.
You ran from New York?
Yes. Well, Connecticut. An important announcement. You remember that podcast I told you about?
I remember briefly. Yeah, we had a conversation about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called Obscure, and your company is making it.
Earwolf is making Obscure?
Yes.
You told me about that. It sounded like such an interesting idea. It's the one where you read Thomas Hardy's Jude the Obscure and you comment as you go.
That's right.
Along with a few special guests like On Being's Krista Tippett.
Yes, that's the one.
You told me all that in passing, and I remembered it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I was telling you personally that it's out now. So if you, Scott, I know how much you love Thomas Hardy.
I love it, especially Jude the Obscure.
Yes! So if you, Scott Aukerman, or anyone really, wants to find Obscure in Apple Podcasts or Stitcher or wherever you listen, I wouldn't stop you.
You wouldn't kick it out of bed for eating crackers.
In fact, I would appreciate it.
Well, that sounds like a smart, dry comedic delight.
Thanks.
Classic Michael Ian Black.
As you can tell by my very dry delivery here in this promo. Yes!
Exactly. You're not selling this or mugging at all. It's very understated. Of course, I'm going to subscribe to Obscure, Michael. And you know what? Tell you what I'll do.
What?
Just for you.
What?
You're such a good friend of mine. I'm going to play a sneak peek of it at the end of this week's episode. What do you say to that?
That was joyful.
That was
screaming.
Joyful screaming. All right. Well, let's hear it at the end of the episode. Obscure by Michael Ian Black, a wonderful new podcast here on the Earwolf Network. You can subscribe to it now at Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. You want to scream one more time?
No.
Okay. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. Jason Mantzoukas is here from such wonderful things as The House. And Hot Dog is here from the world of water skiing and also from the world of, I guess, wanting to be, when you die, we never talked about this, when you die, you want to be turned into hot dogs and force-fed to humans?
Well, look. Yeah.
We've talked about this on previous shows,
I know.
not during the break.
Force-fed or just
fed,
like
or
used as nourishment?
Well, things have changed. Like I am going to be turned into hot dogs when I die. That's
approximately
that's
29, I remember you were saying.
I think it's yielded
Roughly
about
27, 29 hot dogs.
And
is
does
what
that
you-
fluctuate with your weight?
Yeah. And I have to go update
That's
my
the
will.
only way it fluctuates, I would imagine.
And every time if I lose like about 5 pounds, I'll go to my lawyer and I'll update my will because,
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you going to do just a plain casing and then just your body, your body meat in there? Or are you going to like put some? Are you going to bring it to Brian and Ronaldo and have them maybe bring it to Brian and have him put some like apple or some cheese or some smoked something in there, like really spice it up into a nice sandwich kind of hot dog?
I really just want myself to be the only ingredient was my sort of plan.
By the way, August Lint was going to do this for you, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. August Lynn was
yes.
going to take care of for me out there in Germany because he's a sort of food science man. And
Yes.
I think primarily he's a guy who likes to chop people up.
Yeah, food science, like you said, food science,
okay.
like molecular gastronomy,
Right.
Like
Yeah.
turning hot dog into hot dog meat. And
yeah, well, he's
At
a
the
salt
molecular level.
He's a salt inspector, and so
Right,
that's
yeah.
that impresses me.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to get turned into a number of hot dogs, and then at first I was going to be fed to my ex-wife. That was my plan.
Force fed.
Well,
Or fed.
she offered, and then
Or
she
tricked.
tricked. Yeah, I did.
Okay, offered first, then tricked.
Yeah, that's right. That's
I
right.
think
Okay.
I don't think the
More or
offer.
less.
I think the offer is a trick.
Right.
You're skipping right to the tray.
I just wanted to say. But
I
for
can't
some reason,
imagine you would first say, "Do you want a hot dog made out of your ex-husband's body meat?"
I think that's only polite.
And then if she says no, thank you, then you
trick.
Then you do an elaborate ruse to get.
By the way,
I feel
Jason
like-
just mimed a circle as if he's walking out with the hot dog on a tray into another room and then coming right back into the room
Because
saying, "I have a different hot
from
dog."
the first
On
offer,
roller skates, man.
From the first offer, she's gonna be really her. She's
gonna have her antenna up, yeah.
for hot dogs of any kind.
well, but then you may recall there was a period of time where my plan was to have those hot dogs served to the members of Sha Na Na because I was real mad at those guys at that time. But I've taken that right out of my will. That is no longer in my will.
Good.
But I just updated it because you might have heard, Mitt Romney. You remember Mitt Romney?
Mitt Romney from the presidential race.
I think Bowser might have backed him.
Bowser might have backed Mitt Romney. But Mitt Romney recently was asked, who's your favorite water skier? And he said hot dog. And I was thrilled with that. And then
I don't know that was the.
What was? I think that's what I read.
No, the question that was asked of him.
What was the question?
I believe someone was asking him what his favorite meat was.
Oh.
And he said
hot dog was his favorite meat?
He said my favorite meat is hot dog.
Oh, I thought that he had said the hot dog was his favorite water skier.
No,
it doesn't matter. It works either way. Because when I heard that, I thought, well, I should be served to him. You know what I mean? If somebody, because I don't hear that very often. Somebody says their favorite
Such a
water
compliment.
skier. It's a big compliment.
Also,
from
it was
a
very
prominent
weird that
person
Mitt
like
Romney
that.
said hot dog singularly. He said my favorite meat is hot dog.
Well, now I obviously
that's a
heard it
quote?
wrong.
This is a quote, Jason.
My favorite meat is
God.
hot dog.
And then he also said my second favorite meat is hamburger, but I like hot dog the best.
No. What?
Yeah.
So I can see why you were confused because a human
confusing.
being does not talk like that about the food.
And yet, I would so much rather prefer him to be my president.
Then Hillary, I get it. But so I can see why you're
Does
confused.
this show exist in a universe where Hillary is president?
I can see why you're confused because when one mentions hot dog singular, it's usually about you.
That's right. Yeah, so I was a little confused. Well, anyway, but I just updated my will to have...
You're now going to be served to Mitt
I will
Romney.
be served to Mitt Romney once.
Do you have it in your will who will serve you to Mitt Romney? Is like their does your, for example, does the captain of your boat take your hot dogs and serve them to, like, is there a person,
or the spotter,
is there a person in charge
give
of
the
this?
spotter more to do,
or is John Bowser Bauman?
Well, what I have said over at Brian and Ronaldo's down there in Redondo, they've got a girl who, she'll bring the food to your table. But I've always said,
a waitress.
Yeah, they've got a girl who does that.
They've got a girl that will bring the food to the table.
Wow,
Yeah, but I don't know if she's really, because you pay for it at the register. I don't know if she's a waitress. Anyway.
Okay, so
But my whole thing was, guys, you got to do a thing. I got to be able to order from my car, and she should come out on roller skates because I'm a big fan of roller skating waitresses.
Right.
And so, anyway, that's how I imagine Mitt Romney being served my hot dogs by a girl, or because it's gonna be a lot of hot dogs, maybe a couple of girls.
This particular girl from Brian and Ronaldo's?
Yeah,
Who is this girl? You seem fascinated with her.
Well, yeah. Her name is Janine.
Oh, wow.
And she's really sweet. She's good. Yeah, she's a good kid. Anyway, I'd like to see her in a tiny, tiny, tiny little skirt on a pair of roller skates, serving me.
Serving you. You'd like to see her.
I'd like to see that.
Serving you.
So wait, how are you
me.
going to see that though? Like from the great beyond?
How do we know we're not sentient when we're dead? And you know what I mean?
Also, are your eyes part of the hot dogs? Do they get ground down into the body meat?
Yeah, are the eyeballs involved?
Yeah. You don't know that. You don't know that eyeballs are part of hot dogs.
I didn't know that.
There's a lot of eyes.
Because part of me wonders, like, would you want your eyes to be left outside?
There is no eye in hot dog.
Yeah. Would you want your eyes to be left outside so they can watch what's happening, you know?
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Just pluck the eyeballs out. And just arrange them on a tray.
Yeah.
Well, but
and
have
a different girl on roller skates, like, skating around with your eyeballs looking at.
I like that idea a lot, but you're inspiring me to think of a different idea, which feels like I know it would work, which is if right now I donated a part of myself to become a hot dog.
Ooh.
Okay.
And
I like this.
I got to watch Janine serve that to Mitt Romney and then lean over to him and say, hey, you know what you're eating?
And which part?
I have one question and one question only.
Okay.
And I believe it's Scott's
which part
question
of your
as well.
body are you
going to make it
suggesting?
into one hot dog?
Hot dog.
Well, it would have to fit neatly in a bun.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure, yeah.
But other than that, I
Hot
have
dog.
no...
You're going to slice off your penis and mail it to Janine? In a
bun?
In the hopes that she gives it to Mitt Romney?
Yeah, this is a new plan, but I like it. To just sit. Cut off
First of all, you have to get Mitt Romney into Brian and Ronaldo's.
or in his car out front.
Sure, even though they don't have roller skating waitresses there.
Not yet. All I got to do is get Janine a pair of roller skates and a real tiny, tiny little skirt.
And you need
So wait,
to-
you're going to send all of this in a box? A pair of roller skates, a tiny skirt, and your penis?
in a hot
in a
dog
bun.
bun. And then
Will
I
it
got
be-
all
Are you going to cook it? Or is this a job for August Lind?
August Lint, and we'll probably smoke it, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You can smoke it.
I mean, look, I have to say, Hot Dog, out of all the guests I've had on this show, you're not the one that I would say needs to be castrated.
Oh, no?
Although you've had some weird stuff over the years, but you're not like some of the guys who passed through here. Like there's a guy, Tony something, from the desert.
Cactus Tony?
Oh, Cactus, that's who it is. Yeah.
I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
But you would recommend
Great.
castration
Oh,
for a bunch of your
great.
guests?
A bunch of our guests need
for
to be
a whole
castrated.
bunch.
Yeah.
You're just a relatively affable guy.
It
who's,
would,
Yeah.
I feel like castrating them would curb some of their darker tendencies.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, you know what?
Pacify them a little, perhaps?
I'll be honest. I find my penis distracting a lot of the time. You know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah.
Do you take it out during your Sean and auditions?
I have a couple of times.
Distracting like you're in the middle of something and suddenly your focus is drawn to your penis.
I go from Florida to Maine at times when I don't want to. You know what I mean? So, anyways, this is a good plan. I'm going to cut it off, or I don't know if I'll do it myself or have someone else do it. Maybe I'll get a doctor
But so
to do it.
you'll leave it as is.
What do you mean?
You'll just put your penis in a bun. You won't
I mean, it
ground
looks-
it down
Yeah,
and put it into
in
casing and make it into a hot dog.
That's up to August Lynn. Whatever.
I guess you could
I don't
you
wanna-
could grind
enough.
it down into meat and then put it in a penis shaped casing, and it would fit
Interesting.
exactly.
Interesting. Now,
Yeah.
who do you think is making penis-shaped sausage casings?
I don't know, but I don't wanna give him my business.
And great business idea for bachelorette parties.
It really
yeah.
is.
Dick-shaped sausages. By the way, America, make that happen.
And we should
America
sausages
only.
are-
we
pretty
should
much
force
dick-shaped
sausage
already.
makers in whatever
Yes.
state they are to make those.
to make dick-shaped
by law.
sausages, just so everybody who puts a sausage in their mouth is eating a dick.
That would be the law if Hillary had one.
Yeah.
so August, I don't know about this
No,
idea.
he's not.
but-
I think it's a good
He's hot
idea.
dog.
What?
He's hot dog. You
Oh,
called
I'm
him
sorry. What
August.
did I call you?
You called me August.
It
No,
doesn't
it's
matter.
June. It's June.
It's June.
I was stating the month.
Oh, you were stating the month.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
before
sorry.
we started. Yeah,
Sorry,
hot
apologies.
dog. I don't know. June. Okay, June. Hot dog. I don't know about. I don't know about your plan.
I think it's a good plan, and I think Mitt Romney's going to be excited about it, particularly when I lean over to him and I tell him, you know what you're eating, my friend?
You're gonna be there.
That's my dick. Of course I'm going to be there.
So
That's
what
the
are you
whole
gonna,
point.
But
like-
honestly, here for Mitt Romney, right? He just lost the primary for a Senate seat.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what
else does he have?
What else does he have but eating the dick meat of a
Shanana enthusiast.
no, not a Shanana enthusiast, a water skier Hall of Fame-ish
That's a more
person.
kind way to talk
That's
about
right.
hot dog.
A water skiing Hall of Fame inductee. I mean, I think a lot of people would be honored to eat my penis.
June. Hot dog. I think.
Yeah,
I think,
no, for
I think
sure.
this is an interesting plan. I just, I don't know.
The question is,
Yeah.
will Mitt Romney be brave enough to eat it?
Here's the other thing. You can't just write something in your will and then by law it has to happen.
No, yeah, they have to execute
That's how
it.
that works. You
They
could-
have
oh,
to execute
absolutely.
it.
You could put anything in your
You
will.
put tons of stuff in your will, and it has to be
No, they
executed.
have, but yeah, okay.
It's got to be done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mitt Romney could go to jail if he doesn't eat it. If I put it
Yeah.
in my will that
Yep.
he's going to eat my
It's
penis
the
in
law.
a hot dog bun,
Okay.
he has to do it. Although, to be clear, I'm going to do this before I die. This part I'm going to do before I die.
When are you going to do it alongside the 50th anniversary of Sean Na?
I think it'd be a beautiful way to celebrate the 50th anniversary. of
Or
Shannon
like
Down.
make it all happen at once at the night of the induction that they are inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's true.
Mitt
It could be part of
Romney-
the show.
Mitt
Could be part
Romney
of the
comes
show.
on stage to jam with the band.
Okay,
Because
so-
if the only inductee is going to be Shannon Down, we're going to have some time to kill in that show.
Sure, because they
The
only
show's
have like 3
4 and a
songs.
half hours.
It tends to be long.
Very long.
So in March or whenever they do it, of 2019,
Yeah.
Who by the way should induct Sean Na? You know how they always get someone like Howard Stern did John Bon Jovi. And
Oh, yeah.
who should do it for them?
Who should induct Shannon Down? I think Elvis Presley.
Okay, well
Smart.
he's
I think that's great.
the
Yeah.
king of rock and roll.
Yeah,
He's
let's
no
do
longer
it.
with us. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know that.
Oh, no.
Maybe
He died in
Did Elvis die?
1977.
No.
in Las Vegas.
The king of rock and roll?
The king of rock and roll
Yeah.
is dead. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was
on
very sad.
the toilet too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
that makes
to
it a
this
little better.
to this date,
Makes it better.
the only young death in rock and roll.
Is that right?
Everybody
Yeah.
else still alive.
How did
Everybody
you
else is
know
still
all
out
about
there.
the Big Bopper and Richie Valens, but you didn't hear about Elvis Presley?
Well, I was very busy in the 70s. You said he died in the 70s?
1977.
That was a
yeah.
busy time for me.
Okay, what were you doing?
That was, I was running guns.
Yeah.
Running guns.
I was running
You're
guns.
still in Vietnam at that point, late 70s?
Yeah, at that time, they had left me behind.
Yeah.
Okay, you served then.
I did not officially serve in the Vietnam War, but I went over there to help out. if I could.
Which side did you help out?
I kind of went to
Whoever
the
had the
highest
most
bidder,
money.
but but toward the end, I saw which way the wind was blowing.
Yeah.
I jumped in on the Viet Cong, and I was there at the fall of Saigon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a wild time.
Yeah,
that was
I
a
bet.
wild time.
Now, I remember in Apocalypse Now, they were surfing. Was there any water skiing during the Vietnam War
Well, yes, there was.
in the Gulf of Tonkin?
I'm glad you asked that. That is a very, very good water skiing in the Gulf of Tonkin. That is a good place to water ski. So I did some of
So
that.
you're running guns, and you didn't get to hear about Elvis Presley.
I spent most of the 70s just kind of in the illegal gun trade.
Did you ever see Saturday Night
Vietnam.
Fever? You must have missed that.
I don't know
but you
that
do know
movie.
what Grease is.
Of
Because,
course, I know what Grease is
Because of Sha-Na-Na.
because of Sha Na Na.
Right? Yeah.
But I bet
Yeah.
you didn't see Grease 2, did you?
I had no interest in Grease too.
Yeah.
No,
Michelle Pfeiffer. Do you know who that is?
no, I don't know who that is.
Catwoman. Do you know what that is?
I know what a cat is, and I know what a woman is.
Do you know what Bruno Mars
I don't
is? He sings about her.
He does?
I don't know.
Yeah,
that.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Blah, blah.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
You
that.
don't know what? Do you know what Mars is?
I've seen the planet Mars.
You've seen it from afar, or
I've seen it in my dreams.
Oh, wow. What's it like?
The planet of Mars.
Yeah.
It's very lonely.
you know how the
okay.
moon is made of cheese? What's the planet
Yes.
Mars made of? It's the red planet. Maybe it's made of hot dogs.
It could be.
Are hot dogs red?
I mean, they are. Yeah, they are.
Some hot dogs
Yeah,
are.
some hot dogs are red.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
especially if
true.
they put red food coloring.
Take on a
in them.
reddish hue.
Yeah, they certainly do. What's
Yeah.
your favorite brand of hot dogs?
My
If you could get a sponsorship.
Oh wow, that's interesting. If I could get a sponsorship of hot dogs, I like Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs.
Right. Do you
Mm-hmm.
ever go there to on July 4th, Independence Day? Do you ever go to Coney Island and watch, the hot dog eating contest?
Well, I have seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the hot dog.
You
eating
sound disappointed.
Well, yeah, because that's not the way to eat a hot dog. You're really supposed to savor it.
right, because what they do is it's
Yeah.
bun and all. They dip it into a glass of water.
They dip it into the water and
And
eat
then
it.
they deep throat it.
They put it down to a science, and that's not the way to do it. And I,
No.
I think I would
Hot
be
dogs aren't
impressed.
science.
No. I would be impressed if I would like to see a hot dog eating
where
contest.
people are eating them normally.
No, but where the winner is the person who enjoyed it the most.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. And it'd be a
Who's-
1,
yeah.
be it 100.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Whoever enjoyed the hot dog the most.
And
Yeah.
would that be a lie detector situation? Or
Well, you need some kind of a joy measurement device.
well, here's what you do: you hook the person up to a lie detector.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
You'd
yeah.
say, "All right, I'm going to go through some numbers on a scale of 1 to
this-
100.
this is great.
Did you enjoy it at least as much as 1? True. At least as much as 2.
Yeah, there you
By
go.
the way, I would show up for this.
I mean,
minute-
this would be great, right? It'd be
The
a lot
minute
better.
someone says
Riveting.
false, like did you enjoy it as much as 68? Yes. False. Ah, so your score is 67.
Beautiful. See,
Wow.
isn't it what he's describing a lot more exciting than a bunch of guys up there gulping down wet hot dogs?
Yeah,
I
that
think
does
it
sound
is.
great.
I think it is.
I think
Do
it
you
is.
ever feel like when you're ready to exit this mortal coil?
Yes.
Yes. Shuffling off to
Oh,
the
I guess this
the
would be
plane
hard.
beyond.
I'm wondering if there's, because obviously you want to be turned into hot dogs and consumed. Why not do it in a way that is at one of these celebrations where you are mixed in amongst the hot dogs in a hot dog eating contest?
Oh, well, that's not a bad idea, too. I mean, there's a
Right.
lot of different ways to accomplish this. I mean, but because once I have served my penis to Mitt Romney, I think at that point, that itch will have been scratched in terms of like having somebody eat.
By the way,
Oh.
you're never going to be able to scratch that itch down there. Once that's gone.
It'll be gone.
I think
You're
I
going to
think-
have phantom memory of that.
I
for
think
a
if
while.
you can get that done,
Yeah.
we can get Sha-Na-Na in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No, look, if you can get that done, anything's possible.
We have a lot of big goals.
Legitimately.
Big goals are coming out of
Big
this.
goals for 2019.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
do you promise to meet us back here in 2019 and update us?
You bet I will. You bet I will.
Okay, I just, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I've seen you, but we see you so sporadically. I would love to.
Listen, I'll be back. I'll be back every day between now and then to remind people to get involved with this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
You can't live here.
I'm looking for a situation at the time.
Yeah, this is not it. You have not found it.
Well, we'll see. Okay. Sometimes people don't know.
When I came in, you were looking in one of the storage closets in the offices.
Well, yeah, but it's not going to work.
Yeah. Look, we're just about out of time. We only have one last thing to do on the show, and that is a little something that we like to call plugs.
Plugging in character. Don't forget to say that you got a friend whose stuff you want to plug, but that friend is actually you.
Ooh, nice. That was Plugging in Character by Todd Frohnauer. Thanks so much, Todd. And what do we want to plug? Being June. Hot dog, what do you want to plug?
June 29th at the CQ Casino in El Cajon, California. Sean and I will be performing.
Oh.
They will also be performing at the Hollywood Bowl on June 30th.
That's our neck of the woods.
This is the Grease sing-along. I'm going to be there.
I'm not going to lie. I think we should all go together.
I think we should definitely all go
might.
together.
We should 100% go together.
we got to go.
Yeah, I went with my friends, Adam Scott and Andy Daly and Nick Kroll to the U2 concert.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So it's fun to go to places with friends.
Oh, I don't know.
Concerts with friends like that.
U2 concert?
Yeah, do you know U2?
I don't know that.
They sort of built on the basics of rock and roll, like what Sha Na Na sings, and they took it to another level.
Oh, this is kind of a Sha Na Na ripoff band?
I guess I never really thought of them that
And then
way,
September 28th at the Montana State University Student Union Center. This is a private show. Sean and I will be there. Private to the students there at the Montana State
so
University.
one could enroll.
Lucky students. Yeah, you could definitely. And they might do a semester by semester thing. You only have to enroll in one.
Is it like
semester.
a community college
That's
or is it a four-year university?
It's the Montana State University.
It's a state college.
It's a state college. So
sounds like you could, yeah.
I'm filling out my applications now, and I'm just trying to
go take a philosophy course.
The essay is the hardest part because I don't want to miss that show. But and then they got some shows in New Jersey in October, and so check it out. Go to their website,
ShaNaNa.com.
ShaNaNa.com.
So they were lucky enough to get that.
They were able to get it was a long story, but they
was there a squatter? Was it you?
Let's just say that I was holding on to it for them for a little while.
This is another reason why I think they don't want you in the band.
I only asked for $1,000.
But they're going to have to. They're going to have to audition
Clean slate it.
when we get them in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Damn.
It's up to you.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Comedy Bang Bang Universe.
Let's do it.
Jason, you want to anything for you?
Not really. I mean, I will, as always, plug the How Did This Get Made podcast right here on the Earwolf Network.
Great.
We've got a bunch of live shows coming up in Chicago, and I think we already did that, and other places. So if there are tickets left, buy them. Come see us.
Great.
Be cool.
Be cool. Just be cool.
Just be cool, everybody. I mean? Come see the shows and be cool. About
Just
it.
be cool. I want to plug my other shows here on the network. We have, of course, the Are You Talking REM Me, and sometimes we do You Talking You2 to Me. And Threedom. Threedom's on Thursdays. To listen to Threedom, that's Paul F. Tompkins, Lauren Lapkus, and myself, just jawing and shooting the shit. Go to StitcherPremium.com/Threedom and use the code Threedom. You'll get a free month, and you can catch up on all those shows. And that's been really fun to do. All right, let's close up the old plug bag.
Whoa, what a bag. It's time to open it. It's time to open the bag. It's time to open the bag. It's time to open the bag. Open the bag. Open the bag.
June, hot dog, as a music aficionado, what do you think of that?
When it first started, I was like, is this Sha Na Na? I was excited about it in the beginning, and then it got a little silly.
I'll be honest, if I was listening to this show, that would have ruined everything that just came before it.
And yet, we're about halfway through the year, and it's still going strong.
Honestly, I would be furious if that if I listened to all that happened and then that was played, I would
Good thing you didn't.
I would drive off of a bridge.
Wow, we've cracked the code as to what is going to cause Jason to commit suicide. I want to thank
just one more plug. I'm sorry, I know we already plugged Brian and Ronaldo's in Redondo Beach.
Oh yeah, gotta
Wait
check
for
it
Brian.
out.
These are great sandwiches.
Stagger yourself
I
in the
just
line.
want to get it out
accordingly.
there. I want them to know about it.
All right. Well, I want to thank you guys. Jason Mantzoukas, so
Thank
good to
you,
see
Scotty.
you. And Hot Dog, please, we're going to get this done for you.
We're doing it, man.
So don't chop off your penis until we get it done, and then promise that you will.
And keep an eye out, everybody, for how we're going to get Sha-Na-Na into the Rock and Roll Hall
That's
of
right.
Fame.
Yeah, we're going to get that done for you. Maybe Mitt Romney should induct Sha-Na-Na, and then you go up during his
love
induction,
this.
And
sir.
hand him a hot dog?
On
Well, I
roller
mean,
skates.
Janine will.
Yeah,
Janine.
Janine, I want Janine to do it.
Yeah, and then you're just sitting there next to Jan Wenner.
Yeah, me and Jan.
And for the rest of you out there, just keep on cheesing out the waves dick hole.
Oh, dear. All right. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.
I had this book, like, laughing at me from my bookshelf. Oh, smart boy, you can't read me. Well, I can read you, Jude the Obscure. I'm Michael Ian Black, and this is Obscure, in which I read Jude the Obscure out loud and comment on it as I go. There must be literally tens of people who will go with me on this journey. Subscribe to Obscure wherever you listen.